Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power,
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
Double honors and much respects to our apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, blessings, and salutations to you hopefully elect. All right, spirit and power, grace and mercy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. And we're the brothers and fellow servants from the Great Millstone Orlando camp. Out here again to prophesy the downfall and destruction of this wicked kingdom. All right, but not only that, to let you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians know to repent, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right, and get into tonight's sermon. This world beginning to vanish away. All right, so with that being said, get into it. And what was that? Second Ezra chapter 6. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 20. It says, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. All right? And you see, we know we are at the end of the end. For one, how do we know that? Well, the end started over 2,000 years ago when Yahweh Shai was on the scene. If the end started over 2,000 years ago, how much closer are we now? You see? And as far as these tokens, well, listen, you know, you will not see everything that's going on in the world, right? You have all these wannabe TikTok prophets, all right? These economists, all right, so on and so forth. People, you know, speaking the words of this book. But thankfully, only the prophets are able to connect the dots. You see, only the prophets can give you the full picture, because everyone has details, so on and so forth, here a little, there a little, and whatnot. But only the prophets, again, can only tell you what's really going on. Only the prophets have the full picture. All right. Read that again. 2 Ezra 6 and 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together.
We start to see this happen now, in this time now, the fall of the so-called white man's kingdom, going back to the crash of 29, then them setting up the space station. That was the fall of the so-called white man's kingdom, which was the mid-60s. The Lord sent the prophet Elijah back for the last time. That was the fall of the so-called white man's kingdom. As it said, Obadiah 1, when they set their nest amongst the stars, the space station. That was the fall of the so-called white man's last rulership. But it goes back to the crash of 29. That Great Depression was, hey, that was that kickoff. Then the prophets came on the scene. And now we see this hey, DJ Trump is weakening everything, man. And the Edomite the plantation was making a point about employment got to go up. Like unemployment got to go up, man. Then they can push you to taking any gig. You gotta take what they call the minimum wage. They can do that, but everything is being weak, man. The appliances, the vehicles, the people, the food, even the animals is being weak. The animals that was in the ancient time, them 2 she-bears that destroyed those 42 children, they make the same bears today, man. The same lions that we see when you go to Busch Gardens or Disney World, they make the same lions when the Lord had the lion to kill the prophet that went into the city. These ain't the same lions today, man. But everything is getting weaker. Because
Isaiah or Yeshaya chapter 24 verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty,
Right.
and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down,
Right.
and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof.
when you go to Isaiah 29:16, the Lord using the so-called white man to turn the earth upside down. Because this is prophecy of that last rulership. Go ahead.
I got it for you. In Isaiah 29:16. Surely you're turning of things upside down, shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Right. So it says, at the potter's clay. So go back to 24 and 1.
Isaiah or Yeshaya 24 and 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty,
Right.
and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof.
Right. So what's about to happen now? When they say in Jeremiah 51, it said, let us go back to our own country. Right? That he scattered the inhabitants of America. Even Edomites is fleeing America because they know about the destruction that's coming. Isaiah 13, it said the shepherds shall neither make their fold there. The ravens shall neither pitch tent there. That's prophecy that's being fulfilled, man. But the Lord is using the so-called white man to do that.
The city of traffic is being cut off.
Right.
From the effects of the supply chain, right? There's a modern day siege being a modern day siege is taking place, and for the most part, these people are too dumb to even see it. You know, the regular American Babylonian citizen is too dumbed down, docile to even see what's going on right in front of their face.
Zephaniah chapter 20 of 1, verse 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh,
This is the day, man. Got it.
that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate.
The fish gate represents the fish gate. The fish gate was the chief place of commerce. Everything about fish, everything about commerce dealing with crabs, lobsters, everything coming in at the ports, dealing with back in the ancient time was about fish. Fish was a chief place of a chief source of food, man. You got it.
There shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate.
And that's at the ports. So today it applies to the ports, man. In America, every state in America on the outskirts, on the waters, got ports. Every state on the outskirts of the water got ports. New York got a port, California got a port, right? Florida got ports. South Carolina got ports. Texas got ports. It's a howling, man. You got it.
And that's how they receive their imports.
Right.
You know? Because America is all about, doing global international business, that type of shit. You know, so the Lord is shutting that down.
Right.
You know?
Hey, it's crazy. The Edomite was like at the plantation Wednesday. He said, man, they showed you the cameras at the ports in Washington and California, and wasn't no ships coming in, man. It was empty, man. Hey, these people don't realize, America's being weak, man. It's vanishing away. And the Lord said in Isaiah 3, He gonna take away your stay and your staff, right? Your protection and your comfort. Then He gonna take away the food and water, man. So He's weakening the foundation, like it said in Amos 9:1. You got it.
And because not only that, the Lord is in His place from all different angles, inside and out.
Right.
Not only to mention the ports, but the trucking. The trucking industry is taking a big hit, a major hit.
I was just about to say I'm scared because they talking about getting the CDL, but how is this CDL going to do you any good if you don't got nothing to travel?
Bro, the trucks got to go to the ports to pick up the shipments.
Right. Then you got to drive, you got to take it to, here and there, this store.
Yeah.
Okay, but if there's no shipments coming in, then there's no work for you, man. There's no food, there's no imports for you to be trafficking around. Because again, America is all about, business, imports, trafficking, food, trafficking people.
Right.
And the Lord's shutting that down.
Had to say in Revelation 18, right? It said, slaves, souls of men, all the goods and services, man. The Lord is shutting this down. And the people don't realize what's going on, man. See, they ain't gonna realize it until they go to the grocery store and they can't get the same food they used to get, man.
But yeah, it's going to show you how the Lord has a certain spirit because it's happening, but it's a, what do you call it, a slow boil.
Yeah,
because like you just said, you go to the store and shit's not different, but because it's a gradual thing, because hey, a stick of toothpaste, it doesn't cost the same that it did 5 years ago, 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's already happened where you go to the store, you ask one of them, like, oh, what happened to this?
But so much on there when they
You're
stuff that.
not shipping those. Don't take that.
No more rate, that's you.
You're not starting those. And an howling from the second,
Right.
and a great crashing from the hill.
And that crashing is talking about the economy, man. Everything dealing with the stock market. And that crying is going to be, though, when they say the keepers of the house shall tremble. These economists crying right now. When you listen to Richard Wolff, and you listen to Chris Hedges and Jeremy Bay, right? These guys, they basically crying, man.
This guy, Canadian Purpose Spade,
Yeah.
is depressed.
Yeah. And that nigga off grid.
Right.
What you crying for? Right, allegedly. Right. Right.
No, shit.
Everybody crying, man. But the Lord said he's gonna, hey, you ain't seeking out by Shema Shah. Eventually, man, you gonna, hey, the Lord gonna bring you. In Job 18, the Lord say, it shall drive him to his feet. So if it's gonna drive the so-called white man to his feet, and everybody look towards the so-called white man for hope, for help, right? So where everybody else gonna go at, man? Okay. Read that. Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth,
And this is all the Lord saying. Seek ye me now. You got it.
while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
We watching these things happen. We see what's going on, but the rest of the world don't, man. Because they don't got the eyesight. You got it.
While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened,
Right.
nor the clouds return after the rain.
Hey, because once the stars and the moon, like we draw that shine, that mean the mushroom clouds everywhere, man. That mean the missiles done drop. Got it.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
Right.
and the strong men shall bow themselves.
And the strong men gonna buy themselves. Got it.
And the grinders cease because they are few.
Right.
And those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Ain't gonna be no more work, man. Hey, it's gonna start from the ports, and then if you look at the map, all the ports around the map, it's gonna go from the ports in, man. It's gonna be like a tidal wave, man, because it's gonna affect the ports first, and then hey, that's when they said the angel holding back the four winds. Can you picture the angels holding back four destructions? Once they let them go, it's just gonna be like a tidal wave. But it's gonna be a tidal wave coming from all four corners of the earth, of America, man. And America is only 5,000 square miles. This nigga, original hot boy, BG, Bill Gates, bought up 2,700 of the farmland. It's only 5,000 square miles of America, man. He done bought up over 2,700. Now they're using AI to produce it, to plant the crops and then harvest it. They said they don't need no more human resources. That's vanishing away. Human resources are vanishing. But people still act like the world is in the best case. America's in the best state it can be.
And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird.
Right. Because they ain't gonna have no work. Niggas worried. They gonna be able before the birds get to chirping. Before the roosters get to crowing. You ain't gonna have, hey, you gonna be worried. First off, your ass ain't gonna go to sleep from running all night with somebody trying to get your ass.
Now, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
But we listening to that happen now, man. Hey, after the 70s, the music, after the 80s, the music became trash, man. Now you had a little bit of, a little something, Tony Braxton, R. Kelly. You had some decent Brandy and, hey, that's gone, man. Everything now is trash. You either listen to some rock music or some jazz, old jazz. Okay. It's over, man. And the Lord destroying the vibration of America, man. That comfort, the land of the free and home of the brave. Hey, he said the strong men gonna buy themselves. Ain't gonna be nobody brave in America and take a trouble, man. Okay.
Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way,
Right.
and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden.
Hey, the almond tree represents the elect. The whole elect flourishes. While all this is going, why it's going bad out here, everything getting sour. that elect, that almond tree that's flourishing, they're talking about the remnant, man. And they said the grasshopper gonna be a bird, representing if the crops getting ate up, everything gonna be destroyed, man. And the only one's gonna have food is the elites. Okay.
Because man goes to his long home,
Right.
and the mourners go about the streets.
Right. The mourners, where they gonna go? You ain't gonna have no comfort, right? You ain't gonna be able to sit at home and cry like the motherfuckers on TikTok crying inside their house. They get the cry, I don't know what to do. Your ass gonna be in the streets crying. Read that line again.
It tells you that, was that Amos, wailing shall be in the streets?
Right, yeah, Amos, yep. Yep.
Verse 12, I'm sorry,
Amos 5.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 5 again.
Yep.
Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way.
Hey, the destruction, man. The destruction. The missiles gonna be on high too. Okay.
And the almond tree shall flourish.
Right. Because the elect, man.
Not too bad, not too bad.
The elect is the almond tree that's gonna flourish in the midst of the seats of ground. Okay.
And the grasshopper shall be a burden.
Right. Representing crops being destroyed. Okay.
And the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail.
And what does shall fail?
Desire shall fail.
That's what everybody look right. Everybody gets to desire what they want. Right? They dainties, living a prosperous life, doing whatever you want to do. Go ahead.
Because man goeth to his long home,
Yep.
and the mourners go about the streets.
Yep.
Back in, I want to get something like brothers going into that almond tree represents the elect. You know, the Lord is going to allow the elect to flourish, you know, during the time of chaos.
Right.
But right now we're like trees planted by a river.
Right.
It's, Psalms chapter 1 and verse 2. It says, "For his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water,
Yep.
that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither,
Right.
and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper." That's that almond tree, man. You know, the Lord is going to plant the elect to where whatever they do in these latter days is going to prosper. Wherever they go, wherever their bed is made, whether it be in guillotine, whether it be in concentration camp, or wherever, wilderness, the Lord is going to allow that almond tree to flourish, man.
Back in Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 11, it says, "How ye inhabitants of Macteth."
Representing America today, Babylon the Great, man.
Okay. Yeah, the NLT says the market area.
Right, see? That's New York, man. That stock market, man. Everything gets sold. All the goods and services on the stock exchange, man. They show that in the movie Trading Places.
For all the merchant people are cut down.
Right, that's what's gonna happen. All the merchant people, you got it.
All they that bear silver are cut off.
Yep. Hey, and that's heavy because the last thing that's gonna be left after this fiat currency is destroyed is what? Gold and silver. And that ain't gonna work.
And that gold and silver right now is only contained within the hands of few. The elites
Right.
have ordered up all the
Right.
gold and silver.
Right.
So even if there was a crash and the world goes back to gold and silver being the key currency, the elects hold the brunt of that, the brunt of those resources.
Right.
So they're still gonna have the power, man. You know, and like to the brother's point, to the merchandise being affected, it's being affected now, man. With China coming out with this DHgate, you know, all these exposing America, you know, for overselling and overcharging their own people for these different so-called luxury matters and so on and so forth. All right, alongside other materials, other resources. It's all coming out, man. And people are traveling to China to go get their merchandise now, man. On this visa that they offer for 6 days. The merchandise is already being affected, man. And the food is getting ready to be affected pretty soon, man. Pretty soon, they're going to weaponize the food, man.
Yeah, Esau, the so-called white man, he's going to hit everyone where it hurts. And then ultimately, what is he going to do? He's going to back everyone into a corner, all right? And when the resources become so minimal, you know, everyone's going to be crying out for that solution. And Esau, he's going to present that see here. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. That's why Esau, he needs the elites. They need to control chaos. We're going to show you how it's the Lord's program, because there's going to be chaos out here, and it's going to get outside of Esau's control, because he's not in control. You know, Esau, he's just a pawn for the Heavenly Father. It's really Yahweh Shema Shah that wants to bring hell on earth. All right.
That's Ezekiel or Yahushua Allah 7 and 11 in the NLT. Their violence has grown into a rod that will beat them for their wickedness. None of these proud and wicked people will survive. All their wealth and prestige will be swept away. Yes, the time has come. The day is here. Buyers should not rejoice over bargains, nor sellers grieve over losses. For all of them will fall under my terrible anger. Even if the merchants survive, they will never return to their business. For what the Most High has said applies to everyone. It will not be changed. Not one person whose life is twisted by sin will ever recover. The trumpet calls Israel's army to mobilize, but no one listens. For my fury is against them all. There is war outside the city and disease and famine within. Those outside the city walls will be killed by enemy swords. Those inside the city will die of famine and disease. The survivors who escape to the mountains will
Go back to that one part. What's outside the city?
God says, verse 15, there is war outside the city and disease and famine within. Those outside the city walls will be killed by enemy swords. Those inside the city will die of famine and disease.
Right, so it's calamity on all fronts. You know, whether you be inside the city or outside the city, the Lord is bringing judgment to the world and sin for its wickedness. You know, so no matter if you outside, and even on the smaller scale, if you outside the Esau system, you so-called call yourself being one of these preppers, and you outside of the city where all this is going on, you're still gonna get caught with the sword, man. You're still gonna get caught with the judgment of Yahweh that was right. No matter if you're inside or out, the Lord is coming for everybody. The Lord has a green light on everybody that has not repented. That's just as simple as that.
Right, like the brother was saying, you know, judgment being pronounced, being foretold against the nation of Israel, right? And how the Lord is going to, basically put the sinners of these people to death. But as it applies today, you know, you have our people. You know, I got relatives talking about I'm going to go and I'm going to escape to Morocco. I'm going to go to Ghana. They're offering citizenship to so-called Negroes in America, right? They're trying to escape to here and there, you know. They say even though it's that freedom to the mountains, you're still going to get caught. Like the brother mentioned, these preppers, you know, allegedly off the grid, you're still on the internet, bro. They know where you are, okay, whether you're using the VPN or not. Okay, you start to track and trace all your everything, man. There's no escape.
Hey, and further that point, even now, they push this whole real ID thing. It's going to make it easier to identify yourself, or for them to identify you. And it's going to make it harder to escape Esau's system. Because right now, like the other to their life, that's the beautiful point. Now, they can walk around here and can have multiple warnings. Paying with cash, you know, you paying with cash, you go to buy liquor, you flying under the radar or something. You know, but with that real ID, they able to scan that and look at your whole background, your whole history. And that's the prelude to the trip, man. But they able to scan that, look into your whole history. So you got a warrant, okay, you going to buy such and such. Next thing you know, the police is at the door, man. You can't escape it, Esau, this new system that Esau is trying to generate, man, because like it says in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, he's trying to be as God, man. He's trying to be omnipotent, omnipresent. And he's going about that through his digitalization and everything, you know, on the earth. Chiefly the money.
The survivors who escape to the mountains will moan like doves, weeping for their sins. Their hands will hang limp. Their knees will be as weak as water. They will dress themselves in burlap.
Because you have no hope, man. You have no hope. Out inside the city, outside the city, without the hell by the outside, you have no hope, man. You can flee, you can prep, you can have buku meals stored up. The Lord's going to destroy all that shit, man. And that's going to be left for the elect. Like that movie, The Road, man. Brothers going to fall up on a bunker and one of these niggas prep for foolishness. And going to have brothers sustained for however long the Lord sees fit, man. But whether you be outside the city, you can go climb a mountain, you can go into the wilderness of Florida, the Everglades, the Lord will find you, man.
If I'm mistaken, it's cold. I mentioned this sometime this week about how dealing with these preppers and how they're storing up food, essentials. You know, it reminds me because like going back into the ancient times. You know, when it came to warfare and things of that nature, war, you know, Yahweh Shah, he already had the details figured out. All we had to do was show up. The Lord already did the hard work. So it's just cold how the Lord operates, because, hey, listen, when our time comes and we're operating purely off of faith, like brother said, you know, the elect are going to be coming across these bunkers, right? You know, showing you that the Lord, again, he already has the details worked out.
Because that's the epitome of faith, right? We have the substance before the lack thereof. You know, you get what I'm saying? Before the lack of substance, we have substance through faith. That's the definition of faith. The substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. We have substance in the form of faith. That's sustaining us. To say in the book of Job that we esteem, not Job. Where we find that? We esteem the words of the Lord's mouth more than our necessary needs. Job 23.
But I walk, chapter 23, verse 10. But he knoweth the way that I take. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. My foot hath held his steps. His way have I kept and not declined. Neither have I gone back from the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food.
So to go to the brother's point, we already have our necessary food. In the form of this word, we already receive our nourishment and what's going to sustain us in the times to come through faith. And through this word, we understand that although we might lack food on a physical sense, spiritually the Lord is working on our behalf. And the Lord knows exactly what we want, exactly what we need to sustain us and to nourish us. It says that in the book of Matthew.
Right.
So, it's David 6:10 that this is a spiritual battle, right? The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. The Lord told Ezekiel to eat the roll, right? The whole roll. So this is about a spiritual meal. This ain't about physical food, man. You can't survive out here when Jacob trouble comes off no fucking physical food, man. If the Lord ain't supping with you spiritually, your ass gonna suffer carnally, man. Hey, get Matthew 4:4. Yahweh said that. And that was the quote when Yahweh said in Deuteronomy 8:3. You got it.
If I make this real quick. That's what the Lord said this in Romans chapter 1 and verse 17. It says, for therein the righteousness of the Heavenly Father revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. So it's written, the just shall live by faith, not by physical provision. The just are going to live by faith, the faith that they have in Yahweh by seeing outside. And that's our forefathers did. Matthew 4:4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High.
Now get 5 and 6. Matthew 5 and 6.
Matthew 5 and 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
After righteousness, man. Not after food, man. That was the scripture tells us to seek ye first the kingdom, and all things will be added unto you. As long as we keep the main thing, the Lord is going to continue to sustain it. All right, the Lord knows how to sustain. The Lord knows how to nourish. All right, we feed that with Matthew 6 chapter. All right, birds in the sky. Don't go without nourishing. The Lord knows how to feed birds and clothe the lilies of the field. How much more us? Right. So I was driving yesterday, and I seen a damn. It looked like it was a crow. Now all I could think was, how the fuck this crow died, man? Like I don't know. Somebody probably shot with a BB gun. I don't know. Otherwise, how did the crow die, man? The Lord was like, hey, clip the wings, man. And it fell to the ground. And I was just amazed that you don't see birds all the time on the ground, man. And you know the Lord had his hand in it. Right? Because the scriptures say that word for word. It's not a bird that fell out the sky. Right. If the Lord didn't say so.
Isaiah 51 and 19. These two things are come upon thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and the famine, and the sword, by whom shall I comfort thee? Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets, as a wild bull in a net. They are full of fury of the Lord.
And we was like that. Most brothers was like that in the world. But now we feel the spirit of the Lord now. Hey, at the gates, man. At the chief place of concourse now.
The rebuke of thy God. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine.
Right. Yeah, you hold truth, right, bro?
If I can get this real quick, because when it comes to 2/3, they're not going to be comforted, you know. But as far as the elect, start with the aristocrats, the leaders, the egos that the Lord's raising up, and from there you're going to have those innumerable multitudes, you know, being drawn. The Lord's going to draw those spirits to the elect. All right, real quick in Ezekiel 14 and 22. Matter of fact, verse 21. But thus saith the Lord power, how much more when I send my four sword judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine, and the noisome beast and the pestilence, to cut off from it man and beast.
Right.
Yet behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. Behold, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings, and ye shall be comforted concerning the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it. And they shall comfort you when ye see their ways and their doings, and ye shall know that I have not done without cause all that I have done in it, saith the Lord power. Because again, this is why it starts with the leaders first and foremost, the he-goats. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai is developing his men, you know, to like the scripture say, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Lord willing is going to be our stability. All right, and those elect men are going to be that beacon of light to the innumerable multitude. But as far as 2/3,
right,
they're going to be left comfortless. You know, and that's a scary feeling. I know brothers get that feeling every now and then. It feels like the Lord is not dealing with us. You know, we get that feeling like, damn, the Spirit is not with me. That's a horrible feeling. You know, the Lord is about to lead these people, 2/3 specifically, in a state of gross darkness.
Right.
You know, in that state of perplexity, man.
Yep. Hey, go back to that. Oh, go ahead. Get that 2nd Ezra 14. You got it, bro.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 7. The new wine mourneth,
Yep.
the fine language,
Yep.
all the merry-hearted you sought.
That new wine is the philosophy of the so-called white man. That was a new wine, man. But now, this gospel is a new wine, the 2/3. You got it.
It says the new wine mourneth, and all the new wine and philosophies that Esau's put out here are failing.
Because ain't no support behind that shit.
Exactly. Like the brother mentioned, once brothers came out of these philosophies in the world, they lost their luster, man. Christmas lost its luster. You know, Thanksgiving lost its style, its flavor. You know, that camaraderie when it comes to meeting up with your family and y'all sharing the meals, doing all that bullshit, family coming in. And like the brother quoted in 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, the Lord is casting down all these imaginations, man. So the new wine can't flourish, man. The new wine is forced to mourn.
We done? 2nd Ezra 14 and verse 13.
Hey, because if you notice, man, everything has lost its spirit in America. Right. Everything, man. Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, people chasing the bag. Everything has lost its luster, man. Christianity, everything. There's no more morale here. There's no more jovial spirit here, man.
Hey, going to college is a waste of time now. Hey, and all the Edomites find that shit out.
Hey, I was just gonna say, because there used to be a time when, you know, at the family function, there was no such thing as, you know, because now you got shootouts and the family barbecue and shit. That shit was going on when brothers were partaking in, you know, these things.
Because our energy was in it, man. Our energy, the energy of the hope of elect, that's what upheld all that, man. When the Lord removed brothers' energy from family functions, from worshiping these fake holidays, It's all dead now,
Now
man.
you got mass shootings taking place. Every holiday's a mass
Hey,
shooting.
all the energy is in the highways and hedges, man.
That's why people flock to this. That's why people flock to this word.
Yeah.
That's why people flock and they mock and they
Yeah,
stop.
man. Yeah.
Because the energy is here.
The energy's here, man.
It's like moss to the flame, man.
They gotta go to the chief place of the city, or what brother teaching that, to get some type of family function energy, man.
That's why you have a Hokab Malone that dedicate his whole life to the Hebrew Israelites, right?
Right.
Because his energy, he has to vamp off our energy, man.
You trying to suck the Holy Spirit's blood.
This is Proverbs 14 and 13. Even laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness.
Right. Because there is no going back to the Isaiah 3 and 1. Hey, once your hedge is removed, once your comfortability is removed, you're looking at your food like this shit ain't even good no more.
Hey, you know how many people complain on the internet about how mundane their views
Thousands.
and their lives are? And how do you get tired of eating the same thing? Because Esau, once again, going back to what we was talking about earlier, he's hoarding all the resources.
Yeah.
You don't have fresh lamb. You don't have fresh chicken, fresh salmon, fresh lawful meats, lawful food. Everything is GMO, and you get tired of eating the same rice every fucking day.
The air ain't even fresh anymore.
The backsliders in heart shall be filled with his own ways, and the good man shall be satisfied from himself.
Hey, chasing their tail, man. There's nothing left in America, man. There's nothing left. Better than 67, better than the end of the thing than the beginning thereof. So when Trump say, making America great again, this was all bullshit. That was the Lord saying, look, see what they trying to do? But I said, better than the end of the thing than the beginning.
Second Ezra 14 and 13. Now therefore set thine house in order
Right.
and reprove thy people.
Hey, that's what it's about, man. The Lord say, feed my sheep. This is about setting your house in order. Well, you gotta eat the roll. Setting your house in order, that's discipline, man. To set your house in order, you gotta discipline yourself. If you talking about your corner house, you got kids, hey, clean this shit up, man. Somebody get on them dishes. The clothes, who washing the clothes? That's discipline, man. We setting our spiritual house in order, man. Okay.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
They hate cutting the grass. Who cutting the grass? Ain't no riding more. We got to push them around this bitch.
Hey, if I'm gonna say this, because you mentioned it, well, nobody's gonna take you serious if you don't take yourself serious.
Exactly.
You could dish out orders,
Right.
but if you ain't discipline yourself,
Right.
nobody's gonna take you serious, man. That's why the scriptures tell us to examine ourselves daily, man. When you have self-examination, you be temperate. Because the thing about it's about discipline. When you go into the household, right? It's like into the household. You go into the household, ain't nobody gonna listen to no father that don't got no backbone, man.
Right.
Hey, go watch this. Shut up.
You watch
if he
this
know,
video.
hey, nah, hey.
You watch this video.
Yeah.
They gotta know, hey, nah, it's
You
consequences.
got to put a belt out on their ass.
They gotta know some consequences to not obeying, man.
Yeah.
But that comes through you being disciplined yourself. You know, you being able to discipline yourself so that you're able to lead and discipline others. So it starts at your temple first, your house, and then it spreads out, man. That's the way it works. Otherwise, nobody's going to take you serious. And that's why the Lord has set the ministry up the way it's set up. The Lord set it up to where you come in. As you come in, you're reborn. You know, so you're learning this. You're learning how to be temperate. You're learning these different qualities of a leader that make you a true leader.
Because brothers are leaders in their own realm. Now, you know, and if we can't get our own, you know, our house in order, how do you expect to you know, handle the weightier matters concerning the things pertaining to the kingdom of heaven?
The Lord said in Colossians, hey, this is a fucking, well, she broke her neck to make sure she did not look this way. All the dogs that don't, man. Fucking kill her ass, man. She made sure she ain't look this way.
Verse 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
That's what happened to us, man. Lord said we go to the enemy for the one of our seed. And now the Lord has reactivated us to put off that weak nature. So once you put off that weak nature, that means it vanished. It has vanished, right? When they say you gotta put on the new man and put on the old person, that's vanished, man. That old you gone, man. So as in the title, hey, we are watching America. We're watching this rulership vanish away. Our old man are vanishing away, man. Now we put on a new man, a new woman.
Verse 15. Instead of
ass bitch laughing, and the Lord gonna kill y'all ass too, man. She looking back at us. It's your man. What you looking back at us for? But prophecy say they're gonna hear a word behind them saying this is the way. Walk ye in it. We was on their left side. You got it.
verse 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Right. Well, hey, I've been making a point. What's the most heaviest thoughts to us? In the carnal flesh? Fucking money. How you gonna make sure bills paid? What come behind that? I need some box. Hey, I need to make sure I got a good whip to get back and forth to the plantation. You worried about damn, what am I just, I'm driving, you just cut off. Your starter, your alternator and shit. These are the heavy thoughts the so-called white man got us thinking. When we ain't had no goddamn car, we was horsebacking, donkeying and muling and shit. Yeah, man. Probably took your ass a week to get there. But you got there, man. They down here today.
Hey, I clock in.
Lord got all type of distractions. Go ahead.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
See, that's one right there. Goddamn Eve looking better than a mountain. Like it one time.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. And haste thee to flee from these times.
Right.
For greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
It gotta get worse, man. It gotta get worse. We tell you everything, it's gonna get so bad. A man gonna desire to go to another city and should not be able, man. That's how bad it's gonna get. Hey, said man gonna go on a desire to hear another person's voice. Just like in the movie I Am Legend. Will Smith about to go crazy, man. Just to hear somebody else. And they show you in the movie, this nigga had to set the mannequins up in the store a certain way, like they was in there buying shit.
The scripture says, another man's voice,
Right.
not a woman.
Not a woman. Hey, brother, I need some help, brother. Hold on, let me finish this. Go ahead.
Verse 17. For look how
You know about the Lord? No, but I'm looking for food. That's what niggas say. The Lord around this way? The Lord around these parts? I say, hey, that's what it say, Amos 8 chapter. Go from sea to sea. Yeah. Have you heard the one? Let's take heard the 5. Yep.
it's gonna be hard not to see a man of the Lord, because hey, brothers gonna be straight. You know? Spiritually speaking, brothers gonna be fat.
Yeah.
You know, brothers gonna be well taken care of. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hard to hide and duck. You know, trying to be low key.
Right.
But
Amos 5:13 it reads, matter of fact, keep that real quick, Amos 5:13.
Amos chapter 5, and verse 13. It says, therefore the prudent shall keep silence in that time.
Right.
For it is an evil time.
It's gonna be an evil time, which is a bad time, man. You got it.
like I said, Judges 14 and 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
And why is the world getting weaker? Hey, the so-called white man, but the Lord is using him to weaken the earth, man. Everything is weak now. But hey, going back to the 80s, man, nothing is the same, man. And it's going that way. It gotta go that way for a reason. The kingdom of heaven can't come unless this is annihilated, man. In Isaiah 14:11, it said the worms covered thee and the worms spread under thee, man. That's a total corruption of the so-called white man's last rulership, man. That's more than that. That was it. That was it. Got it.
Isaiah 11:2. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. The spirit of wisdom and understanding,
This is Yahweh Shah. You got it.
the spirit of counsel and might,
Right?
the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord,
Right. That's Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
and shall make him a quick understanding.
And when you read in John 6, that's what Yahweh Shah did to the remnant men. Made them a quick understanding. You got some brothers that post 1,000 precepts on the coming board, but then the nigga say, I'm just a believer. All that energy out for serving the Lord, man. Go ahead.
And shall make him a quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes.
And that's Yahweh Shah. And hey, we doing the same, man. Yahweh Shah gave us the blueprint. As Yahweh gave him the blueprint. That's what Isaiah 11 is talking about, man. And in John 6, the Lord said, eat my flesh and drink my blood, and you're going to be quick and how I was quick. You got it.
Neither reprove after the hearing of his ears.
Right.
Off the comment board. A few off the comment board. GMS, yo, what's up? GMS, yo, what's up? Hopefully, leg 777. Proverbs 23 and 4. Labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom. And being that we're in a time where, again, we see we're at the end. You know, you gotta have that. We have to have that tunnel vision. That vision that keeps us hopeful in this land of the valley of the shadow of death, all this darkness. All right, this is not the time to be focusing on generational wealth, right? Trying to build up families, build up your 401k. I got a 10-year plan, right? So on and so forth. This is not the time for that. Listen, everything that we so-called lose on this side, we're going to get it back 100%.
Trump wiping out IRAs and 401s, man. The elite. It's the elites, man. Hey, let us get that back. We need that. We need that to stuff these bunkers up with food and water, man. I got it.
Point to that is how these companies have now eliminated pension plans.
Yep.
You know, I think it started in like 2020. That whole number 19 was thing. They eliminated the pension plans and everybody had to go to a 401k, which is worse. You know, with a pension plan, you get a check for the rest of your life. With a 401k, you have to save up enough money, you know, and then hopefully you be able to make money off of that once you retire in 20 or 30 years. Hopefully. But a pension was guaranteed. That was guaranteed money for the rest of your life. But they, majority of these American companies stripped that, and now people are forced to have 401ks, and now people are investing that 401k money to try to yield higher money. But because they invest, they're losing money.
Hey, it was a dude that worked in the public, and he had no wife, kids, nothing, and he had over $1 million in public stocks, and he died, man. And I thought about the rich man. He said today I'm gonna build out my barn and build a bigger one. Bro, the man had over $1 million in stocks in public. He died. Where the money go to? Back to them, man.
That comfort. Imagine that. Someone trying to break into your house, you can't call 911. Your leg get chopped off, you can't call the ambulance.
Yeah, you're gonna die, man. Like what said in the movie with what's the movie, Bad Boys 2? You gonna die, man. Nigga said, who was this? This is the devil is not welcome here. Nigga said, you gonna die, man. Hey, read that again. No,
the
get
number four.
the Proverbs 29:18. Hey, it's getting bad, man. Hey, in Jacob's trouble, ain't no ambulance and no fire truck coming to your rescue, man. Ain't nobody coming, man. Nobody.
Proverbs from Australia, chapter 29, verse 18.
Because the brother mentioned in the vision, you got it.
There is no vision, the people perish.
Right.
But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
And the Lord that give you eyesight, you can't have no vision. You probably got some glass with some medicine in them, but you can't see shit. You walking right to a trap, man. Because without you, how about Shema Shah? Everything in America is a trap, man. So you got that.
Thus, or Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 15. Hate not laborer's work.
Hate not laborer's work. That's what this is, man. Laboring. Go ahead.
Neither husband which the Most High have ordained.
Hey, Yahweh ordained husband. Didn't it say Yahweh Shah? Hey, he was the first partakers, right? He's the husband. And now it say the husband waited for the precious fruit. So the Lord said, hate not laborer's work, man. And we out here to warn the so-called white man that the jig is up, man. Your kingdom has, hey, keeping that Daniel, was that 5? Your kingdom has been found wanting, man. You got it.
Daniel 5,
There's another.
verse
Go
26.
get him.
I'm going to start verse 25. Daniel 5, Daniel 5:25. This is the writing that was written. Mene, mene, tekel, apartment. This is the interpretation of the thing. Mene, Most High has numbered thy kingdom
Right.
and finished it.
Hold on. It say the Lord numbered his kingdom, right? Give me Job. Get Job 21 and 20.
And if I'm mistaken,
Then Job 14 and 5.
when Esau tapped into that CERN some years ago,
Right.
they got the same message.
Right. Project looking glass. What do you see out of this glass? Your future is dim, my friend. It's dark. You got it?
Job 21 and 20. His eyes shall see his destruction.
Right. He gonna, hey, we saw our destruction and we saw who did it to us. Right? Go ahead.
And he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty.
Yep. And that's in Psalm 75 and 8. It said the wicked shall drink all the rings of the cup, man. And in Jeremiah 49 and 12. Go ahead.
Job 14 and 5.
Oh, and in Habakkuk 2. You just drinking all over the book. All over the book. You just drinking something from the Lord very well.
Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined.
Right.
The number of his months are with him.
No, hold on. Read. Go back to Job 21. Read 21.
Job 20 and 21 and 21.
Hey, go tell me. It said what? His kingdom has been found what? Numbered. It's numbered. Read this.
It says, for what pleasure hath he in his house after him?
Right.
When the number of his months is cut off in the midst.
See, his number, that's just like having a heart attack, man. It said that when the number of his months is cut off in the midst, that you just la la la, you just fall out. The Isaiah 47. It said that the destruction that's coming to America gonna be suddenly, right? And it's also with that Jeremiah. Man, get that, man. Get the one in Isaiah 47 and verse 9. I think it is 9 and 11.
Isaiah 47.
Maybe 11. 9.
In verse 9, but these two things shall come to thee
Right.
in a moment in one day. The loss of children and widowhood,
Yep.
they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries,
Yep.
and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment in one day.
Right. Let's get the one real quick. Read Jeremiah 51 and 51 and 24. Well, another one. Kill them, Lord. Send them back to the spiritual realm. They ain't right anyway.
In verse 24, I have laid a snare for thee.
The Lord laid a snare for the so-called white man. He tell you in Obadiah 1 and 7 that he have no understanding. Right? Them niggas just, he a fugitive in the basketball. That nigga just wandering around. Killing. Go ahead.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken,
Right.
O Babylon, and thou was not aware.
He was not aware. Why? Because And saying Isaiah 47, suddenly it's gonna come upon you, got it?
Thou art found and also caught,
Right.
because thou hast striven against the Lord.
That's the point. So go back to this again.
Daniel chapter 5, verse 5. This is the writing that was written. Many typo and parsons. This is the interpretation of the dream. Mene, the Most High, has numbered thy kingdom and finished it.
Right.
Oh, real quick.
Yep.
Job, Ayawah 14:5.
Yep.
Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right. That's it, man. His kingdom is numbered, man. And this is why, hey, what Trump said, Project Warp Speed. Sixth branch of the military. Yeah. You got it. Right.
Because what it takes for us to believe in faith, Esau, he's a corner man. So I wonder all the time, what did the Lord be showing Esau? Esau be seeing some shit.
Yeah.
In order for him to move the way that he's moving, the Lord be showing him stuff.
Hey, it says Jeremiah 50:43, the king of Babylon have heard the report of him. He heard the report of himself. And to tell you when Job 27, it said, who shall declare his way to his face? They hear the prophet been saying it for years, man. They know. They like, man, if these niggas is right, we in trouble, man. So what are they doing? Hey, get them bumpers together. Draw all the money. We need every bit of the money, man. All hands on deck, man.
Isaiah 26 and 10. That favor is due to the wicked. Yet will he not learn righteousness.
Hey, the Lord showed the silver white man favor. Christ, man. Christ. He showed them favor, man. And they in the land now, man. Go ahead.
The land of uprightness, the land of uprightness will he deal of justice.
Right, that's Job 14:4, man. There's nothing that can come out of an unclean thing, man. Nothing. The Lord showed the silver white man favor 3 times, man. So them devils can't say the Lord ain't fair. He's not reasonable. Okay.
I will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Right. Lord, when thy hand lifts up, they will not see. But they shall see and be ashamed for their envy of that.
Because the Lord is defiling their image now, man. The last image is being despised.
Yea, the fire of thy enemies shall devour them.
Yep.
Lord, thou wilt ordain peace for us.
They said the fire of the enemy should devour them. But that's the snare that they laid for us. Now his people is caught up in that, man. So his people breathing chemtrails. They eat GMO food. The cows that get pushed around the slaughterhouse with a forklift, they going into the meat grinder. They in the grocery store too. The fuck white man eating that too.
Lord, thou wilt ordain peace for us. For thou also hast brought all our works in us.
Right.
The Lord, our God, other lords besides thee have had dominion over us.
That's all the heathen nations and their idols, man. Hey, Jake went and served every idol on the planet, man. Oh Lord. Other lords that have rule over us. But what?
For by thee only will we make mention of thy name.
How was shot, man. The heathen that had, they was over us for a long time, man. The so-called white man still, hey, it's me. I'm Jesus Christo. We ain't calling on no damn Jesus Christ, man.
They are dead. They shall not live.
Right.
They are deceased. They shall not rise.
Hey, go ahead.
It shows you how big of a stronghold has been cast down through the spirit. Because like the brother said, we ain't calling on JC no more.
Right.
And to go to show you how big of a stronghold that was, if the slave and the slave master is calling on the same God, whose prayers are being answered, man? And then you niggas are still calling on the same God. For what? But now that stronghold is being cast down from the spirit, man. And now it's no longer able to use that against the Lord's elect, which is one of their enchantments, man, that's not working no more.
That stronghold. They give you a Malachi 3. Go ahead, read it.
They shall not rise, therefore, as thou visited, and destroy them.
Hey, and it said these images, these idols, they dead, right? They dead to us, man. It said only Yahweh by shot. We call these idols is dead, man. Got it.
I've made all their memory perish.
And we see that happen. And read that Malachi.
Malachi 3. Behold, I will send my messenger,
Right.
and he shall prepare the way before me.
The Lord said you sit back Elijah, right? Go ahead.
And the Lord whom ye seek
And the Lord whom you seek, which is who? Yahweh Shah, right? Go ahead.
shall suddenly come to his temple,
Right, the temple of the Lord is his people. The tabernacle of David. Go ahead.
even the messenger of the covenant,
Who's the messenger of the covenant? Yahweh Shah, right? Go ahead.
whom ye delight in.
Right?
Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts.
So, this talking about Yahweh Shah. So how the hell the snake still calling on Jesus Christo when in Malachi chapter 3, this talking about Yahweh Shah. So before the New Testament was translated to Greek, they was waiting on who? Yahweh Shah. Come on, man. Now I was just making the point of the lesson. I went to Acts 7. Because in Acts 7:45, the Lord said, he told Moses to get Joshua, bring the Ark of the Covenant into the land of Canaan. When you go to that word, Jesus, in Acts 7:45, it was talking about Joshua, man. It wasn't talking about Yahushua. The same word for Joshua in Matthew 1:21 and Acts 7:45 is the same fucking word in Numbers 13, man. When you tell you that Moses put the Yah on Joshua, he called him Yahushua because Joshua delivered Israelites to Canaan, man. Go ahead. That's it. Hey, you niggas hypocrites, man. And the Lord gonna deal with you people. What's that? Paul said, hey, you might as well deal with them. We gotta deal with this shit, man. Wicked ass niggas that done sold out, knowing they ain't the name of the Lord, man.
Hey, even claiming another truth is still calling on Christ. You niggas are in for a rude awakening, man. A very rude awakening. You still calling on Christ, claiming to be an Israelite is madness, man.
Hey, and that shit vanishing away too. That Jesus Christo shit, that Jesus Christ, that shit is vanishing away, man.
Isaiah 29:19. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel.
Bro, the same word, the same H3091, that's in Numbers 13 for Joshua, it's the same letters for Matthew 1:21 with Jesus, man. We just go to the same number in Acts 7:45, man. It's the same. You go back to the Hebrew, man. You niggas sold out, man. Got it.
Isaiah 29:20. For the terrible one is brought to naught.
Right. Hey, that's the so-called white man. And all you niggas that's cleaving to this devil, you about to find out this man never cared for you, man. Got it.
And the scorner is consumed.
And that's the so-called white man. Got it.
And all that watch for iniquity
Right.
are cut off.
And what? All that watch for iniquity are cut off. It says Psalm 64, he searched out iniquity. So all his whole goal is to, we gotta kill these niggas, man. They know who Israel is. They said they know they from the house of Edom. In that article, Ron Patton and Miriam Knox. They know they're from the house of Edom, but they're gonna pretend to be from the house of Jacob, man. But first they had to get the land.
And how do they do that? Esau knows he can't physically overpower us
Right.
all the time, so he comes up with laws.
He come up with iniquities.
Like Antiochus did, man. He changed the times and the laws, man. You know, searched out that iniquity. Esau has done the same thing in this day and age.
They gotta make us go off, man. They gotta make us go off and say, look, because he's the accuser. But that's why Yahushua died, man. That's why he shedded his blood, because this devil, hey, this is Yahushua's world, man. This is why I say he's the author and finisher of our faith. He knew this devil was going to still push. That's why he said, Lord, I pray that you keep them from the wickedness of the other world, but don't take them out of the world. He knew that these devils were going to do that, man. Put pork in everything that we eat, everything that we drink. If you don't know the fucking ingredients, the shit got pork in it, man. Right, wild of the devil, man.
Look at Psalms 2 and 11. That's how we strike the law of justice. For that which is feeble, while nothing works.
Right, and the so-called white man is feeble, man. He's a feeble, frail, emotional, beta, simp-ass man. And he's gonna turn 2/3 of our people like that, man. 2/3 of our people are always filled with emotions, man. Go ahead.
It said, basically, Esau Edom is saying, let the law that governs the land be our strength.
Be our strength. Right.
His strength is by the sword.
Right.
You know? So he's spreading violence. He's taking the earth with violence.
But they don't lay that. That's what he has done.
Some rulers, Psalm 94:20. Right. Psalm 94:20 say you praise law.
Because that sword had to manifest itself in many different ways. The chief one is by force, the other one is by the tongue.
Right.
His tongue is a sword, man. He's forged many wars, he's destroyed many people by his words. What are those words? Those words are enticing.
Oh, I saw him when I was in Miami.
So-called white rhetoric, nobody's falling for that.
Hey, because it's about the whole select. The Lord say made the world for Israel's sake. On this side is the whole select, man. And this is why, hey, give me Malachi 3:16. Hey, and let's not deal a while ago, not a while ago, maybe a month or so. It only matters what the whole elect believes, man. It only matters what the elect believe. Nobody cares what 2/3 believe, man. Because the Lord has already given them over to the so-called white man. And it'll tell you in Revelation 12:17, it said the dragon was brought with the woman in which it made war with the remnant of her seed. Why? Because of the testimony, and they trying to the best of their ability, right? Rehearsing the right acts of the Lord. They don't care about it. Man, these niggas are still out here.
All they talking about is, they still talk about to this day, MJ, Kobe, and LeBron.
Bro,
They don't give a shit about that.
and Tupac and Biggie.
Right.
Every time you run across some knucklehead nigga from New York, nigga, Biggie, Tupac. Man, listen. The Lord will kill you, nigga. Nothing matters but what the whole elect believe, man. We don't need the so-called white man validation. That nigga done lost the information age. He's stupid. So all you guys are a bunch of paid ass hirelings on TikTok talking about Hebrew Israelites, black Hebrew Israelites. Them niggas paid off, man. You got it.
Isaiah.
It only matters what we believe, man. Hey, the Lord said it. And the Lord is looking for true worship. Worship him in spirit and in truth, man. The Lord don't care about 2/3 niggas, man. These niggas is on chemical marijuana and pills. These niggas snorting the pills. They crushing the pills, I'm snorting them now. The pill ain't even working in the pill form. A nigga gotta get live on wax and crush the damn Percocet up, man. These niggas, hey, Perc 10s, the niggas on Perc 30s now.
It's nice to see you. I remember you from the west side. I'm back here before.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 52.
Demons need their energy, but you will not get any.
In verse 3, but thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught,
Right.
and ye shall be redeemed without money. But thus saith the Lord power, my people went down aforetime into Egypt to sojourn there.
And the Lord said, you sold yourself for not. Jacob worshippers, these idols, them straight vanity, empty, nothing. No spirit in that shit. Nigga tell him, man, hey, well, I'm gonna get, well, this is my first son right here. Throw that nigga on the molest. That nigga don't got no limit, he gonna be perfect. He won't see one. Throw his ass in the fire. Bro, that shit is vanity. So the niggas sold themselves for nothing, man. But you gonna be redeemed. I still love you, dumbass nigga. Go ahead.
It says, and the Assyrian oppressed them without cause.
Right.
Now therefore, what have I here? Saith the Lord, that my people is taken away for naught. They that rule over them make them to howl,
Yep.
saith the Lord, and my name continually every day is blasphemy.
Hey, why the nigga how? Because niggas like, man, these black Hebrews are like, the white man is the truth. Everybody hollering behind the so-called white man. Hey, they hate the Lord, man. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, they show you on TikTok that they hate Yahweh, man. They hate the Lord, man. These niggas will kill you by Jesus Christ, man.
Titus chapter 1, verse 15.
Hey, the Lord saying in Luke 19:27, but those my enemies, which were not that I should reign over them, come here. I want to see you ready. I want to look. What it said, look a man in the eyes before I kill him. That's the Deuteronomy 7:9. 7:10, the Lord say he gonna judge you to your face, man. And that's terrifying when you think about it.
Yeah, because Esau, he's a coward.
Right, that nigga's right.
Yeah, he took a drone strike
From way back
somewhere else.
Yeah. That nigga in the bunker. Now I'm getting the movie with this nigga Russell Crowe. Not Russell Crowe, what's the other nigga name? I forget but they were using drone strike to kill motherfuckers. Well, this nigga sitting in the room, they got the drone flying, the drone hovering the whole time. They just waiting to drop missiles on motherfuckers, man. But this is what they do. He sent out this mercenary band. They was in a tight spot.
Oh, he was in there.
Yeah. I forget the name of it. They was kind of like on Cambodia somewhere. And they was hiding out, but there was too many men. So they sent in destruction. Go ahead. The east side, the so-called white man's a coward, man. You got it, bro.
Titus 1, 15.
Yeah, so-called white man is a coward.
That's right.
They looking at me like I said something wrong. What the fuck? No, don't say it out loud, brother. That's all this nigga, man.
They start getting scared when you talk about the white man. No, the
Hey,
white
this nigga
man.
done Trump
Don't
that
talk
way
about
to
the white
love,
man.
man. Weak ass nigga. How you got a wife and child? Nigga, you look back like but don't say that, brother. I love you. Bitch ass nigga.
Hey, but that's how Esau got his power, man. Through cowardice. Dropping bombs, dropping napalm strikes, man. That's how he got his power. It's through cowardice. The ancient warfare was you put boots on the ground, man. Them Vietnams tearing Esau ass up, man.
Hey, you know
They
that
had to
nigga,
go in there with him.
you know that nigga got a good job.
Yeah, he got a good
That
job.
nigga got a good job right there, boy. That nigga had his hat on, like he got his wife and the child. That nigga look back at me. Like, hold on, brother. You know who I work for, brother?
That's why the Lord say he's gonna have to destroy them. They're gonna have to get a hard reset. Soon the rock now. Second everything chapter. Because without a hard reset, there's no convincing a nigga that has set his mind on the ways he saw, you cannot convince him otherwise.
No, Isaiah 30:12. It said they trust in oppression.
Spotify and also.
So the first Timothy 4:1, it say our people mind is seared with a hot iron, man. You holding that? You can't change Jake. It's all.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, dog.
Titus 1 and 15.
Yep.
Unto the pure, all things are pure.
Hey, and the Lord say, Peter say, the Lord is stirring up our pure mind by way of remembrance, man. So before we was defiled with any idol worship, because before the so-called white man came along, Jake was following behind the damn Canaanites, man. We had a pure mind, man.
Unto the pure, all things are pure. But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving
Right.
is nothing pure.
Bro, man, get me 7-Eleven, man. These some unbelievers. Hey, they believe the Lord, man. Hold that.
John 7 and 11. Then the Jews saw him at the feast and said, where is he? And there was much murmuring among the people concerning him.
Right.
For some said, he is a good man. Others said, nay, but he deceiveth the people.
Come on, man. The Lord was deceiving people, man. But that was the point.
When did
So
you meet him?
in our time now, a nigga is a lost cause, man. You got it.
Unto the pure, all things are pure. But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess
by Jesus Christ, man. Hey, Jacob died by Jesus Christ, man. You can't tell a nigga nothing by it. It's free soul.
They profess that they know the Most High,
Right.
Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua.
There's a lot of them out there, man. I think this. Well, why would God do this? Nobody cares what a knucklehead thinks, man. Go ahead.
James 1 and 26. If any man among you seems to be religious and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. Pure religion, like he was going into the pure spirit. Pure religion and undefiled before the Heavenly Father and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world.
They don't care about their people, man. A nigga just wanna, but Esau paying the people to sell that trash.
Right. A pure religion, pureness, is to keep yourself unspotted from the world, which Christianity, the religions don't do. They entice you to go further into the ways of the world. Oh, come as you are. The Bible don't say that at all. Come as you are, Lord of self, Indian, everything. They entice you to go further into the world instead of separating yourself from this world, because the Lord is getting ready to destroy this world. The Lord is not pleased with the way the world is being ran right now.
Angry with the wicked every day. Why is the Lord angry with the wicked every day? Because them niggas they stopped being wicked. They came out the womb, man.
And like Ricardo said, Christianity it pushes you to be further indulgent in Esau, his way of doing things. Because another scripture that's always misquoted by these fake quoted Christians outside of St. John 3:16 is when that talks about obey your masters. You know, we're supposed to be tailored to the so-called white man.
Let this nigga walk all over our back.
Big Mama tried to, raise us up to be, basically better slaves.
Yeah, that's it, bro. And that's all Jake has become. High-paid servants, man. Now you get a high-paid, smart-ass servant for the so-called white man. Or you just a high-paid court justice, man. Right, all you doing, you either entertaining this devil, or you trying to advance his technology for him, so he can kill your dumb ass. How the hell you go, like, you go to MRI, right? You go to the MRI place. I'm looking at this devil like, why you got that shooting guide on your tag? Oh, because of the radiation. Bitch, I'm going through the thing I don't need now? No, you okay? What?
Right.
Hold on, bitch, I pull out my shoe guide, Rob. I said, it's the same shit you got on your tag right here. That bitch said, oh, no, yours ain't gonna work. What? All right, we'll sit in, man. Yeah. Oh, that ain't a real. Well, I keep my shit in my pocket. Right. Your shit, bro, these motherfuckers on their tag. I said, damn, you got the shit on your tag, the fucking radiation? She was like, yeah. I said, bitch, me too. Look at this. How about that, bitch? Go ahead.
They profess that they know the Most High.
They bank on checking ignorant.
Right.
They
Right.
ignorant. They don't know shit, and they take advantage of things.
Bro, this bitch told me it ain't gonna bother me, but you got one on your fucking tag.
That don't make no fucking sense.
I'm talking about a nice long all across the tag. The fuck you telling me? Go ahead.
Hey, bro,
Fucking devil.
but like bro was saying, ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss.
Right.
Esau makes a lot of keeping Jacob ignorant.
Yeah, bro.
Ignorant to what they eat, ignorant to what they put in their body, how they exercise, how they take care of themselves, what they worship, how they worship. As long as you keep Jacob ignorant on all facets, it's big business, man.
Yeah.
We'll be one of that stuff. That's why these hospitals are multi-trillion-dollar industries, because they keep Jake ignorant on health matters, holistic ways of healing yourself, the different herbs, the different welcome foods that you should eat. They keep you alienated from that, man. They keep you alienated from the culture and the world.
John D. Rockefeller pushed that, man. Early in the 70s. He bought up all of the oil moguls. John Rockefeller bought up all of them, because he controlled all of it, man. He removed all the doctors that use herbs to heal, man. And he brought in everything done through chemicals, man. Everything done through chemicals. You remove all the doctors that you heard. That's why they killed Dr. Sebi, man. He had to go, man. Because it's $1 billion industry, man. Trillions of dollars to sell pills, man, that never heal you. Yeah, and he said if you say anything about it, you're gonna be jailed or even killed, man. Right. I did a video on this nigga years ago, man. Demon ass John D. Rockefeller, man.
We got everybody talking about trust in science, man. That shows you how brainwashed, or I should say brain dead, he's made the people. You actually had idiots, and you still have these idiots saying trust in science, man.
Yeah.
And when you bring up all the history, like, nigga, he's been trying to kill you since forever. All done, man.
The so-called white man's been trying to kill us scientifically.
Forever.
Scientific racism is a thing.
That shit ain't gonna stop until the Lord come back, man. That ain't gonna stop. And that's why the Lord said, hey, you gonna eat your food with all the money Gentiles. Okay. And what's that, Mark 16? Yeah. He said you gonna drink poison and not be killed, man.
Hey,
it's called bio-warfare, man.
Hey, eugenics, IQ, the bell curve, Planned Parenthood, all that came from so-called science.
Yeah.
He saw science
nigga in the lab.
Right.
Cooking up a nigga.
Hey, the nigga will come up with some stats that he pulled out his ass to say that Negroes should procreate. Bro. They're too dumb to procreate.
Bro, where the fuck Fago saw that sneaker come from? Out of goddamn lab, man.
Hey, but you have food scientists, man. That's an actual career to be a food scientist because of the food science.
They showed you that in the new season of Black Mirror. They were doing food science, you know, and creating new flavors and shit.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, the Lord made it simple. It's really not that hard. When you get into the health stuff, you get into the herbs and what each herb does to your body and how it benefits you. It's not hard. And bro, the way Esau has things set up, he makes you feel. He does it on purpose to make you feel like you're dumb.
Right.
You don't know. Yep. Because of his education system. But once you learn it for yourself, if you do your own research, it's simple. I was with my rib. We went to the hospital because she was having stomach problems or whatever. And we did research. Learned it on our own. When we go to the doctor and we bring him some papers and all that, he's like, oh, are you in the medical field? He was like, you know what to do? Because he was spewing a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
He was like, no, it's not that. All right? Because he's trying to prescribe some heavy vitamin B shit, which you can overdose on. That can really fuck you up. So we're like, no, we don't need that shit. He's like, oh, it seems like you know what you're doing. Yeah. Because the devil's trying to kill you.
Yeah. And birth control, a lot of them, they take their IUD and they put it up into their body. And it completely destroys not only their libido, but it destroys some receptors in their body. And it makes them blow up. It makes them get fat. It makes them get depressed.
That shit plastic too. It's like them goddamn picket folks. The studs be having. Fucking them bitches box up, man.
Yeah, when I had to do these doctor checkups, you know, because they're always trying to prescribe me some shit. They're always trying to, we gotta get you on the, put you under the needle.
Hospital link with the insurance company.
Trying to invoke fear. But when I do these doctor's checkups, and they're always, hey, maybe you should, consider taking this and that. I've been telling them, like, no, I'll take this and this, get into the herb stuff. And they look at me like, how does this nigga know so much?
Hey, because it's real simple, right? The Lord, our bodies come from the ground, so the Lord gave us things from the ground to nourish ourselves. It's just that simple, man.
Man, he made the body heal itself, man. The Lord made our body perfect, and it will heal itself in time if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, man, to help add to the body.
Them doctors, man, they can get pissed off because it's big business, you know?
He saw overcomplicate everything. He overcomplicate everything that he touched and make it complicated. The Lord made life simple. Life itself, when you read scriptures, life itself is so simple. Esau made everything so hard, man.
Complicated. Oh, confusion. It's just confusion. That's what it is. You got that.
No, just like everything. Overcomplicated and he fucked up everything, man. Now I gotta eat a whole chicken breast a day. You gotta eat 100 grams a day. just to gain some weight, bro. That's ridiculous,
Yeah.
man. Whereas we didn't even eat meat like that in the ancient world. We didn't need to eat meat that much just to gain a healthy weight. Now you gotta eat a whole chicken breast a day to gain some fucking weight to reach your calorie surplus, man. Because it's so damn GMO, they sucked up all the natural nutrients, the protein. You gotta overdose on protein, man.
Hey, because back during that time, you worked on your own land. So that was, you built your body up, man. Now,
You have minerals in your soil.
right, now, Jake, go to work, you go home, and you're rotting in your room for the rest of the day.
Right, yeah.
You have off days, you rotting in the fucking house, you're not doing nothing. So your body initially is, that's why some of the cats is weak. They're frail. Because they sitting there, they forced to rot under those four corners of their home, man. Because Esau make it to where you can't go nowhere because you don't have the resources. So you take your ass to work, you bust your ass at work, you take your ass home, and you rot away. Esau is complicating your life at that point, man. And that's why the Lord is coming to destroy his ass. Because the Lord made life to be lived. He made the earth to be inhabited, man. You know, come on.
Real quick, Elder mentioned earlier, I want to grab this. First Maccabees chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 7, right? Because this is going into the Greeks, right? Alexander the Greek had conquered the whole known world at the time. So everybody knows because the Spirit of the Lord had it to where Alexander could, he would use Alexander to conquer the nations and establish the Greek Empire. So it says, verse 7, so Alexander reigned 12 years and died, and then died, and his servants there ruled everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them, many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. So when Esau came into power, evils were multiplied in the earth. They don't really say that about no other nation that had leadership before them.
But
They say that about the Greeks.
The nations have more sense.
It says the earth was quiet until that last
Because when you go and you read our records, you know, even Xerxes, he allowed us to build a temple into our power. You know, all the other empires that rose always allowed us, you know, to be a vassal state. It didn't completely conquer us in the sense of eliminating our God. Esau is the only one that completely, he took conquering to a whole other wicked level. He eliminated our people, our language, our culture, and our God, essentially. The remembrance of our God is who we are. That's why it's good to say that most evil is multiplied in the earth. Because once Esau came into power, all that wickedness was incentivized in the earth.
And I was in the video, he said when the Greeks took over, they brought their customs, their clothing, their architecture, and their way of life, man. That's why Esau say that the civilization started with the Greeks. So the precept, this is Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increase, but the righteous shall see their fall.
Right? But you always see how the Lord gives you the latter end of wickedness. The Lord said that, hey, when the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increase. Evil is multiplied. But the end of that wickedness, the end of that evil, is sure at hand. It goes hand in hand.
Triumphant on the wicked is short.
It's short. Like it says in Ecclesiastes 8. Don't get it in your mind just because the Lord ain't execute doesn't speedily that they gonna get away.
But that's what they think. That's what they think, man. They've been riding off at the end of the movie on the horse for so long. Yeah. They think their ass is just gonna right off in the sunset.
Yeah, well, the Catholic tomb behind.
Right.
Off the come aboard, son of Yahweh Shem Shai. Psalm 37 and 17. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. They call Allah Yahweh Shem Shai, man, here. Because like brothers was talking about, you know, eating our bread defiled, right? You know, drinking poison, and you know, we want to be infected, so on and so forth. The odds stacked against us. In every way, shape, form, manner, Yahweh Shem Shai, the way that the Lord is maintaining and upholding the elect. Meanwhile, Esau, hey, he's going down. You know, you talk about the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. shit. The fact that we got this truth, you know, because it's like the scriptures go into, I believe that's Isaiah 35, where it talks about basically, in not so many words, water in the middle of the desert. That's a miracle, you know. And being that we're in this land of the valley of the shadow of death, and we've been quickened, we've been made alive, you know.
Psalms 24:1. If it had not been Yahweh who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord Yahweh who was on our side when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us.
And that's even in chattel slavery. Right? The Lord was on our side even then. Because the so-called white man would have, if the Lord wasn't on our side, he would have swallowed us.
Then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our souls. Then the proud waters had gone over our souls. Blessed be Yahweh, who have not given us as a prey to their teeth.
Right? And the Lord didn't give us over to these masters, to the lion that's the world seeking about who we make about. Right? The Lord didn't give us the Lord was with us the whole time. And now he's with us again in this last final chapters of the miracle that we're on.
Matter of fact, to back that up.
Hey, like the brother said, what they call those waters in the middle of the desert is an oasis. And that's a sign of true mercy. You find an oasis in the middle of the desert. That's a true mercy.
Right. So to back that point up, this is Jeremiah 24:6-5. Thus saith Yahweh, the God of Israel, like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away of Judah, whom I have sent out of this place into the land of the Chaldeans for their good. For I will set my eyes upon them for good, and I will bring them again to this land, and I will build them and not pluck them down, and I will plant them and not pluck them up.
Hey, he said the Lord said he would acknowledge us.
Right.
Hey, once we acknowledge our victory,
Right.
The Lord said he was going to acknowledge us.
And I will give them, go ahead.
No, because we were talking about earlier about the Lord, he will make himself known to us if we repent. Now, brothers were making a point earlier about how, hey, the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shah being proclaimed for everyone in here.
Yeah.
And what is everyone, specifically Jake, what is Jake trying to do? They're trying to run from the fact. They're trying to do everything but repent.
They pull away the shoulder. It reads Jeremiah 24:7, and I will give them an heart to know me, that I am Yahweh, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. They shall return unto me with their whole heart.
Man, hey, going into your mind, right? The Lord said that we will return with our true mind. He will send his true mind out. Going into Jeremiah the 3rd chapter. He will give us passages according to his heart, which will lead us unto that path.
Hey, the point I want to make, the Lord said he will send us into captivity for our good in this chapter. But he said the evil figs, he sent them in captivity for the wickedness, man. But it's the Lord say, again, Ecclesiastes 17:17.
It was a double-edged, and you killed two birds with one stone.
As a matter of fact, I'll see you close. Read Jeremiah 24, read one, read the whole chapter. Read this though.
Sirach or Ecclesiastes 17:17.
You still got something too, bro.
For the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people.
Hey, the Lord gave all the heathen nations an idol, man. That's what like, bro, why y'all, hey, go serve your idols, man. Don't worry about who we worship, because we know who we worship. Go ahead.
Says, but Israel is the Lord's portion,
Right?
whom being his firstborn, he nourishes with discipline,
He's nourished with this. Go ahead.
and giving him the light of his love,
Right.
doth not forsake him.
So read this now. Do it, man.
Jeremiah 24:1. The Lord showed me, and behold, 2 baskets of figs were set before the temple of the Lord.
Take a look in.
After that, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away captive Jeconiah,
Yep.
the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, and the princes of Judah, with their carpenters and smiths from Jerusalem,
Right.
and I brought them to Babylon. One basket had very good figs, even like the figs that are first ripe.
So one basket had very good figs, like a fig that's first ripe, which is the remedy, which is the predestinated. Go ahead.
And the other basket had very naughty figs, which could not be eaten.
2/3. Go ahead.
They were so bad. Then said the Lord unto me, what seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, figs, the good figs, very good, and the evil, very evil, that cannot be eaten. They are so evil. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, thus said the Lord, the power of Israel, like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive of Judah, whom I have sent out of this place into the land of the Chaldeans, for they're good.
Right, so we went into captivity. The remnant went into captivity for their good, man. But 2/3 went into captivity for to be destroyed, man. So like Psalm 65:5 reads, by terrible things and righteousness will the Lord answer us, Lord willing, for the hope elect. But by terrible things and wickedness, which it's still terrible things and righteousness for the 2/3, but it's gonna be wicked for the end. Because our righteousness according to the Lord, because it's Leviticus 3 said the Lord don't do evil. So by terrible things and righteousness, the hope elect get answered and the 2/3. But it's wicked for 2/3 and righteous for the hope elect. Captivity was that terrible thing. Right. Because it was being nourished with discipline, man. We had to learn both sides. Adam and Eve only knew what righteous was. The balance of the Lord be one-sided, man.
Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy of right seed. All that art thou turned into generous plant on the strange vine of right seed. Here in Bible of grace, as you know, I've built such a generous seed, that's the word, into an art form. You know, Jeremiah said that the seed of strength has the path of wicked. So you got to be some kind of special wicked bastard to overpass the white man's wickedness.
They put seasoning on wickedness. You know, because it's like, you'll see a regular Edomite that's a boat, and for the most part, you know, he's just a regular boat. But Jacob, he put all type of flavor on that shit. You gonna see his ass down the street, rocking stilettos and everything.
They got that salt.
This on the comic board, Son of Yahweh Shem Shai, 2nd Edges 15 to 37. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth. And they that see the warrant of Slakin, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon him.
They ain't gonna be they ain't gonna have no comfort, no protection. The Lord the Lord is removing the comfort, man. The Lord is removing, he said to stay in the staff, man. Which is your protection and your comfort. The Lord removing it. So ain't gonna be nothing left but fear. Hey, get Hosea 4:7.
Hosea 4:7. As they were increased, so they sinned.
Right.
Against me, therefore will I change their glory into shame.
So-called white man is letting our people increase in their wickedness. So it said, whatever you glorify in now, it's gonna be your shame and take trouble. Or whenever calamity knocks on your door.
Jeremiah 2:20, got you up on that. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bonds.
Yep.
And thou saidest, I will not transgress.
Right.
When upon every high hill and under every green tree
Worship
thou
every idol.
wanderest and play the harlot.
Worship every idol, man. Jake said, Lord, we're gonna turn back. It's like that go back to the book of Judges. You know, so every time you came and got Jake, every time they go back doing it again. So Lord like, okay, they ain't doing it no more. So Yahweh Shah was like, let me go do it. This will be the last time run. And if you say, you gotta Colossians 3, Ephesians 4, you don't put off the old man and put on the new one. You follow after Harvey Shah, you do, man.
It's like you said, this is the last one. It's like how many times we got to go into captivity, come back 3 to 4 generations,
Right.
you know, how many more cycles do we need, you know, but we've been in, 7 captivities already? It's like how much more? What else? That's why the scriptures talk about how the Lord is only dealing with the elect. And there will be a specific time, which we believe we're in that time where, hey, the elect will be established, all right, and in 2/3, they're just going to have to get their ass whooped and be born through the loins of the elect.
Boy, it ain't no coming back. Hey, it'll be like the Matrix, man. The baby's gonna be made, man. Hey, we had to die and come back. Hey, we come back as a damn cyborg, man. You're gonna be made in the lab, man. It's like the food is.
There is no next generation for this society. This is it. This is it. There is no continuing your lineage, generational anything outside of what the Lord has going on now.
God damn.
Bro, I seen a damn Walmart. They got a damn Fago, a cotton candy Fago soda, man.
This is true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this one because it's already out.
How the hell, man? So while niggas around here, fucking around smoking all this chemical marijuana, cotton candy, pudding, all this shit. Now you got a soda to drink that shit.
And you can already see, you know, because brothers scour the internet, so to speak, for different inspirations, videos and stuff like that. And as you watch, you know, go to scour the internet. As you scour the internet, you see, you know, how how deep the societal decay is. Everything here is decay. On a scale when it comes to parents with their children, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to families, when it comes to holidays, when it comes to work, when it comes to life itself, there's a decay that's been happening. There's a lamenting that's going on. That's increased over these past 5 years. Ever since the whole number 19 happened, the lamenting has skyrocketed. People have been lamenting more and more and more. And it's only going to come to once it comes to a head, that's when it's going to speak about it being all hell, man. Chaos. That's what Esau's going to try to offer the solution. At that time, it's going to be too late. There is no 25 years. You don't have a 40-year-old kid. You're gonna be 80 years old. Majority of the Lord has this majority of us gonna die. They're fucking 40, 50 years old, man. Our bodies can't sustain this way of life. It's impossible. That's why we know the Lord is coming speedily, man. He's showing us coming speedily. He said in Matthew 24th chapter, if he didn't, there would no flesh be saved.
Hey, brother, yeah, man, South Pacific. He was like, hey, America got an out of order sign on the field. Hey, out of order. While the Lord, when he make the point how the Lord raising us in order, like he said in Psalm 50, but they was going to the Psalm 50. Hey, America got an out of order sign. I was in Walmart, they had a sign on the door that say, don't open this door, it's broken. I was like, I'll see that. All this shit, hey, what was it, the broken reed in Isaiah 36? Hey, the broken reed.
Shalom.
It's like the the public is saying that it's like, where we go down, Esau? They were just saying that they bump this nigga out of here, man. Hey, man, this nigga sucking the brain, man.
Isaiah 1 and 4. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupted. They have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
They cleave to the so-called white man. Isaiah 30 and 12, they trust in the person and perversion is dead thereon. It said, therefore, this iniquity shall be to them as a creek ready to fall. Because of the so-called white man is the highest form of iniquity. Because they come with serving him, they put him up as your God.
Right. We're talking about the top op of the Lord himself. When you put him over the Lord, and we're supposed to pray. We had an Eve come up last night, come up here. You know, can y'all pray for me? I was like, no. And what she say? When she walked away, what she say? I'll see you on the hill, some shit like that. Some shit like that. We supposed to pray for people like that because they want us to pray in the name of Jesus. No, man.
So you already here, baby.
Right.
Yeah, get acquainted. Welcome. This is hell, man. Hey, because that's another thing that's been demystified. Because hell isn't some place under the ground, man. It's a justice, man. It's a state of being. You know, being subject to GMO foods is a form of hell. Being subject to the alphabet community is a form of hell. Slander. You being slandered, being proverbs and bywords, being hissed at in the street. That's a form of hell. All the verses from 16 to 68, that's a form of hell.
Yeah. It's original. First and foremost, the original, the origin of the word hell go back to the grave. First and foremost. But after that, everything is the hell for it. So that's saying that, and it's a true saying. This is the white man's heaven and the Israelites' hell, man. The black man's hell, or the brown being's hell. It is, man. That's what the Lord said. Hey, get Isaiah 34 and 5. This is their heaven, man. This is the so-called white man's heaven. It used to be for most, but now it's becoming their hell too, man. Right, the American dream. Hey, this shit turned to a nightmare. God, don't forget.
Isaiah 34 and 5. For the sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Right.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Now, it tell you in Isaiah 63 who it is that coming from Edom was diagnosed from London. So the Isaiah 34 and 5 is something like your house shot, man. Go ahead.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Right. He said the people of his curse. We read in Genesis 3 and 14, the Lord told the so-called white man that they are cursed above every nation, man. Proverbs 3 and 33 said the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked. We know who the wicked is. Keep reading on that. No verse on that.
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
Right.
It
Who
is
is
made.
coming from Basra with dyed garments. Go ahead.
It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats,
Right.
with the fat of the kidneys of the rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra,
Right. Which is a miracle. Edomville. Go ahead.
and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Slaughter. Hey, don't it say Amos 9 and 1? I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the post, and the door may shake. America's gonna be a sacrifice, man. Yeah. A burnt offering. Right.
But Amos 9 and 1. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar,
Right.
and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the post may shake and
When
cut.
right. When you go into that, it's talking about the foundation of the so-called white man's last Edomville. Go ahead.
And cut them in the head.
And cut them in the head. Now, when you go back to Genesis 3 and 15, it reads, I'm going to put image in between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise their heel. Well, remember that wound that they had in Revelation 13, when the West Roman Empire went down, and that deadly wound was healed? Well, now the Lord going to cut you in the head this time, and it's going to be a fatal blow. Fatal meaning you can't come back from this one. Right, that's beautiful. The so-called white man is in hospice, man. That's why they leaks his eyes, man. And them niggas got IVs in the bunker. Believe that shit.
And the prophet
They
said,
gonna need it.
no, just dealing with hospice, man. A lot of times, like when when people are they hooked up and they about to go, most of the time they're already gone. It's
They
just
already go.
they're just trying to suck up as much, trying to get all the money out before they eventually pull the plug.
Right,
You know?
the ventilation. They already, that's America, man. America is true, man.
Judah chapter 16, verse 13, because it doesn't mention how America's going to be a sacrifice. It says, I will sing unto the Lord a new song, O Lord. Thou art great and glorious, wonderful in strength and invincible. Let all creatures serve thee, for thou spakest and they were made.
Oh, like it said Revelation 18 that all the nations are going to see the smoke of our burning. America's going to be a sacrifice. It's the altar, man. Go ahead.
It says, and he created them, and there was none that could resist thy voice. For the mountains shall be moved from their foundations with the waters. The rock shall melt as wax at thy presence. Yet thou art merciful to them that fear thee. For all sacrifice is too little for us to save unto thee, and all the fat is not sufficient for thy burnt offering. But he that feareth the Lord is great at all times. Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred. The Lord Almighty will take vengeance on them in the day of judgment, and putting fire and worms in their flesh, and they shall feel them and weep forever. So America's going to be that sacrifice, man. You know?
This is Revelation 18. Revelation 18 and verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
That's pride. That's the pride of the so-called white man. This nigga think, Psalm 49:11. Their house shall continue forever. That's what they think, man.
Therefore shall her place come in one day, death and mourning, and famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. And that's why when the Lord hits this place, the Lord's going to hit this place like a shit ton of bricks. The Lord's going to sweep the rug from under you. This is the average mindset of these Babylonians. With all these judgments, plagues, going on throughout the four corners of the world and all these other nations, these people, they think they have that normalcy by spirit, right? They think, oh, they see what's going on. Oh, that's over there. That'll never happen. That'll never come here. Because America for so long has been the golden city, right? You know, home of the brave, land of the free. And that's why it's going to be so, because in this chapter, it goes into how the apostles, the prophets, when the Lord finally burns this bitch, hey, Lord, want to go out that number, we're going to be singing praises of joy. I say all the time, the only tears brothers going to be crying is tears of joy when this shit is all said and done.
Yep. Read it again. Bring it up.
Isaiah 34 verse 5. Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be laid in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon thy enemies, and upon the people of my curse with judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, blood of lambs and goats. The fat of the kidneys of lambs, for the Lord Yahweh hath a sacrifice in the body, and a great slaughter in the land of thy enemies. I just wanted to read that, going into the sacrifice. Like how it describes the fatness, the blood, the kidneys. That's basically going into what you would make an actual animal sacrifice in the ancient world. But in the spirit, this sacrifice is going to be with the blood of the Israelites, and the inhabitants, that follow after them.
And even on a physical sense, because these Americans, they're overweight. The common American citizens are overweight, obese.
The Lord get their ass, hey, fatted calf. The Lord fatten their ass up, man. Right. Niggas are full of love, but donuts anyway. I'm block out them damn pockets. You gotta get close to it.
This was I just remember what the brother Antaria mentioned a while ago, a couple minutes ago, about Yahushai. The name of Yahushai and how it is in the Hebrew, right? Going into the Lashon Kodash, that's the language that the Israelites spoke, right? The Most High and the powers of heaven speak as well, right? Because in the Hebrew, Joshua is Yahushai. That's the name in Hebrew. You had multiple men named Yahushai, but Yahushai is Hamashayah, the anointed one, the only begotten of the Most High God. You also had Lamech. You had multiple Lamech. Lamech was a descendant of Cain, but there was also a Lamech, a descendant of Adam through Seth.
That's like Enoch. Enoch. Cain
was Seth.
And that's why, man, to see Nate still call this man. When you know that the Lord, man, bro, you talking about the language? Oh, the Lord said he will return to the people of pure language, man. The Apostle bring it out so much, man. Brother bring that out so much. So when you, like we read Malachi earlier, Malachi 3, it said the disciple, the messenger of the covenant, man. So then, before the New Testament kicked in, they were waiting on Yahweh to come. And it was the Hebrew, man. So what happened during the 400 years of silence? It said when this nigga came in, Alexander, he translated the fucking Hebrew to Greek, man. So what the hell was the Maccabees speaking? What the hell was Judah, Benjamin, Levi speaking before the goddamn Greeks came in, man? Because it wasn't Medes and Persians made us learn their language. But it's okay.
It had to be. You know, that was. You have to remember that the Bible is speaking about a culture, right? Part of the culture is a language. You know, every culture has their own respective language. And the Hebrew, had Hebrew for language. Right. Right, bar. You know, it was a holy tongue, man. It was an ancient tongue.
Right, in the book I was showing you the lesson. It tell you that Matthew wrote his letters in Hebrew, man. The book of Matthew was wrote in Hebrew, man. And the Israelites spoke Hebrew, man.
When Yahweh used the languages, right? All the heathens have been all languages.
It was a broken form of Hebrew.
But that seed line
Kept the Hebrew. Yeah.
Like the brother was going into, you have some men, because under that Greek captivity, right, men were forced to learn Greek. Right. Forced to learn what a tradition of speaking Hebrew still was learned. Those who would study, those who had the capability, who were from good families back in Israel, they had the capability of studying the scrolls, learning all multiple languages. Paul was an aficionado in multiple languages. He spoke Latin, Greek, Hebrew. He could speak all of them. You know, but that was because he was a learned and studied man, not being Israelites had that, capability.
but our language was beaten out of us, right? With great culture.
I had a dude on come on my comment board asking me like, oh, you need to ask yourself, why is the New Testament written in Greek? You know, and you have ancestors in Africa named Peter and Paul. You know, it just shows you a lack of understanding. Because like they were just going into, they was in captivity. You know, Greek, Latin, these were just lingua franca, you know, the common or popular language at the time. Right. You know, but they had Hebrew names. Their names weren't literally Peter and Paul. They had Hebrew names. That's just transliteration. Right. Because they were Roman citizens. We were under Greek rulership. That didn't change the fact that our bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Like right now, we're American citizens. Okay? But we're not American. That's not a nationality.
They're westernized, just like we were Hellenized.
Right. So we all jumped out.
We're going to find out in the end, though.
Why we're considered Gentiles like the New Testament. Unnatural Gentiles.
This is Isaiah 19, starting at verse Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt. Right. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
They say it calls every man what? You know again?
The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, right, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof.
Because of the confusion the so-called white man brings them things. That's why, man. He's the problem. You got it.
As a drunken man staggered in his vomit.
Which is what? The philosophy of the so-called white man. You got it.
Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
We went to earlier. Ecclesiastes 12, man. The ground shall cease. Go ahead.
In that day shall Egypt be like unto women,
Right.
and it shall be afraid and fear.
Because emotional. All these so-called warriors, these gladiator, UFC type dudes, these 30-year veteran snipers, these straight Mike Tyson ass killers, these what's this nigga name? Jim Jones, John Jones. Them niggas gonna be bitches, man. Go ahead.
And fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which is shaking over.
Rampage, ass niggas.
The fetal position.
Yeah.
And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Right.
Everyone.
And that's the prophet. Standing in great boldness now, man. That's a terror to the so-called white man. The Lord raised these men up. How the hell they knew about this? The Lord said he's going to rain down his doctrine, man. And it shall distill. And when you distill something, it becomes pure, man.
Even amongst or outside of the elect, the Lord has a certain spirit out here to where he's always talking about how a man of principle, you know, a man that stands for something is a threat to Esau in his society. Because you have all these different movements out here, men going their own way and so on and so forth. All right, because, you know, we're in the time, like the scriptures talk about, the crying of wine in the streets, right? You know, you got Eve crying out. Why men don't want to deal with them, right? Where's the chivalry? The chivalry's dead. He's complaining.
They've been talking about the sassy men today.
Right, yeah.
Like, what?
You're considered sassy if basically if you have standards.
Right. You got integrity. You a sassy, Jake.
They
Right.
so fellas, right? No, the point's on toxic masculinity.
But there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. There's only toxic people.
Modern American man is supposed to just be a bunch of that.
Yeah.
He's supposed to just sit there and just take whatever the woman throw at you. That's the philosophy they throw. They try to throw in your face. Which is why a lot of Jakes are coming to their senses like, man, no, this ain't it. Why? Because knowledge has increased. And as knowledge increases, man, people are starting to ask questions. Why the fuck is this going on? What's happening here? What's going on? This is not normal. You know, men are supposed to have a standard like the first one. Men are supposed to be disciplined. And that's exactly contrary to what Esau teaches you, what a man is.
Hey, and they're saying, they say they want a man of old, like this. Right. They want a traditional man. What you want is a simple ass nigga that go to church every Sunday.
Right, you pay your bills.
That's what you want. Because a real man, a traditional man, is the ways of the Lord. So when an Evite be telling me, I want a traditional man. No, you don't. You want a nigga that go to church every Sunday and you can tell him what to do because he's emotional.
Because the men back in the 70s, the 80s, they didn't take link from Eve like that. They weren't going for none of that jive.
Hey, bro. I be seeing those memes. Like you was talking about, you want a traditional man, but men back in the 60s, 70s, they were, for the most part, they were putting hands on me for the most part.
But they were assertive, man. The men nowadays aren't assertive. And on top of that, women aren't being raised to be wives. So it makes no sense.
Right. Because they're not being traditional women. Right.
Right. You know, before the revolution, right, a man put hands on a woman, and the cops did not get involved.
Hey, the scripture tell you that a woman is a man's possession. The word wife and woman, it literally means, when you look it up, means female servant. She's a servant to her husband. What did the Lord tell Eve? Of course she gonna get up the street. She ain't gonna hear that. That's a whole Bible. She gonna hear that. Read what you got.
It's the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth.
Right.
And such as be faithful in love shall abide with them. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations,
Yup, that's it.
which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord Yahweh.
But it's the world has put some barbaric fantasy on what it means to serve and what it means to be a servant. It's like we serve the Lord and we're taken care of. The woman serves her husband and he's taken care of.
Period.
It's that simple. It's not it's something to live in a if you want to think of it as slavery, it's a form of righteous slavery.
Right. Right. Slavery.
But nevertheless, when you serve somebody, the person that you're serving is not going to neglect you. When you have a possession, you don't tear it up. You get some new shoes, you don't walk in the mud, you take care of it.
Right.
Feeling a punishment on my slip, man.
Yeah, well, how much more a marriage? We're afraid at the shoes, but when it comes to a marriage, when it comes to relationship between a man and a woman, it's far greater responsibility.
And we simply say the desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation is wicked and wrath. You know, these women have this perception of the order of the Lord in a negative light because they're demons. You know, they act like children. You know, you realize it, like, when you observe their behavior, they act like fucking children, man. But they don't want to be treated like children. You know, they want you to just, you know how parents just don't, you know, oh, this is my baby, blah, 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 friends, right? But they don't want to, bitch, if you're going to be a child, I'm going to treat you like a child.
It's like when Eve walking down the street with some basically looking like a whore. If you ask how much, you want to get offended.
Right.
Like I always say, I got $5 and I'm expecting change.
Yeah, both twice. Got more than that.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 11, for whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. Their labor is unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. Their wives are foolish, and their children wicked. Their offspring is cursed, wherefore blessed the brother, the barren that is undefiled, which hath not known the sinful bed, she shall have fruit in the visitation of souls.
Why the children are wicked, man? Because the women is wicked. You know, the children are under the house. Right. When it comes to dating, you got to buy in and you're not going to put your father around. You know?
And if Eve complaining, where all the good men at? But these are the niggas that you're raising.
It shows you that when things are out of order, this is what you get. You get chaos and magic. You know?
But on the flip side of that, because you do have Eve crying out, like the scriptures go to, the cunning woman, you know, Eve that has some sort of sense, and she can see like, man, it's like us with the Lord, like, man, we fucked up, we blew it, we blew this shit. And you got some Eves out there, you know, coming to their senses, like, man, you know, this is our fault.
They have created a whole generation of murderers and homosexuals.
Hey, all of these arguments are going to do the rest once the Lord destroys the internet and social media. Because this has been the main avenue of all these bullshit ass arguments, bullshit ass rhetoric. It's from social media. If a woman never had social media, she wouldn't have access to the internet Atlanta when she was in Ohio. It just doesn't make sense. She wouldn't have access to NFL, NBA players, access to their DMs and all, getting figured out if she didn't have social media. It's going to go back to the ancient world where women are going to be forced into the reality of their own situation. That you live in a city, you live in Orlando, and the minute Orlando is what you have to choose from. Simple. And if the Lord will guide you to a righteous man, it's over.
The ways of God want to in their mind. You know, they have this mindset, this abundant mindset. And they have options, they have options not only in men, but in lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, they can make money, they can do it on their own, this and that. You know, when the Lord didn't make it to be like that. It's whatever the Lord, whatever your Father has appointed you, that's what it is. When it comes to your husband, and you with him until death. Alright? Unless he perishes. That's it. You're with that man for life. Period. You know? You shouldn't have the mind that I can leave. Women should not even have the mind that they can leave their husband. That's magic. You shouldn't be able to leave nowhere.
As it's saying, men aren't afraid of marriage, they're afraid of divorce.
Yeah. The scripture says that when you divorce that woman, Deuteronomy, you write her a letter of divorcement and cast her out of your house. You leave with nothing.
She won't even leave it with you.
Right.
She don't even take it at all. vendetta against this place. The Lord is not pleased with the way that the world is being ran, because the world is being ran contrary to the standard that the Lord has set up.
And again, because this is why we see this push against Esau. What's been in the news recently with this guy, Captain Ibrahim, or whatever his name is, where basically he wants to unite Africa and get Esau out. They want to remove all the embassies. More and more they want to do away with the dollar, because they've seen the product of drinking of the cup of Esau, man. These different philosophies, right? At one point, you know, in a lot of these nations, man, the women were in order, but when Esau infiltrated, now, you know, you got Eve and Dubai twerking, or it's like not Eve, but you know, the heathen women twerking and shit like that. Then in Isaiah 24:5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws.
This is why women know what different rods look like, because of this. Read it again.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
The curse is the so-called white man. The Lord told Cain that the earth ain't going to yield its full strength to it. That's why the food is messed up now.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate.
Right. Everybody's desolate behind the rulership of the so-called white man.
Therefore, I saw another thing. I saw somewhere about, because there's this thing where Africa is supposed to be this poor, you know, nation, but how is Esau still collecting billions and billions of dollars worth of resources?
They have minerals over there, man. A lot of minerals in this land, man.
They don't need anything. They don't have to afford anything.
They have fertile presses over there, man. Yeah.
Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
And the reason there's going to be few men left is because of the rulership, man. But the only ones going to be left, when you read the scripture, is the elect of Israel and the elites. That's all going to be left.
Everybody else is going to perish.
Everybody else going to perish.
Everybody else on the other side of the world is going to be looking at America burning.
Right. But you're going to be, hey, America going to be that altar, man. A great sacrifice to the land of Idumea. Edomville, man. And the Lord got people getting fat. Hey, just give me Isaiah 9. Start at 17.
Is Isaiah 9 and 17?
Hey, Jake don't believe it. But just keep living a little while longer, you're going to find out, man.
Isaiah 9 and 17. Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men,
Right?
neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows.
Go ahead.
For everyone is an hypocrite
Everyone is a hypocrite, the Lord say. Go ahead.
and an evildoer,
And an evildoer. Go ahead.
and every mouth speaketh folly.
Everybody speaks folly, man. What we see on TikTok, everybody talk about the Hebrew Israelites. Go ahead.
For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
Right?
For wickedness burneth as the fire.
Wickedness burning as a fire. Go ahead.
It shall devour the briars and thorns,
Trials and thorns, the two-thirds of our people. Go ahead.
and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest.
The thicket of the forest is going to be a miracle, man. Go ahead.
And they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke.
Through what? The intercontinental ballistic missiles that Russia, Iran, and China going to shoot over here. Go ahead.
Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts
Through
is
the
the
wrath
land
of
darkened.
the Lord. The wrath of the Lord holds what?
The land is darkened,
The land is going to be darkened from the mushroom cloud. Go ahead.
and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire.
The people going to be what?
Fuel of the fire.
Go ahead.
No man shall spare his brother.
No man going to spare his brother. So Jacob's trouble, this is for the heavy. So the Lord said they're going to be the lifting up of smoke, and the people going to be fuel of the fire. That's a miracle. The altar, the sacrifice. The kidneys and rams. The kidneys of goats and rams, man. Which is the people. The Lord said we are at peace. And those that don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord, they brute beasts.
Malachi 4:1.
The Lord said the people is going to be fuel of the fire. Read it one more time. Verse 18, 19,
Isaiah 9 and
right,
19.
firewood, man. Hey, Hey, I said it before. Without this water, you a dry ass bone. You know what happens to dry wood? It burns good. But when the wood fresh and cut, it's still wet. You gotta let it sit for a few days. But dry wood, and that's 2/3 of our people, man. Remember, we're in the valley of dry bones. Which to tell you in Isaiah 35. Matter of fact, read me that. Give me that real quick. Isaiah 35 and 7 and 8.
Isaiah 35 and 7. And the parched ground shall become a pool.
The parched ground was the valley of dry bones, Ezekiel 37. The parched ground became what?
A pool.
It was a valley of dry bones, it became a pool. Right, go ahead.
And the thirsty land springs of water.
In the thirsty land, which is America, springs of water, which is the truth. Go ahead.
In the habitation of dragons.
The dragon talking about the so-called white man, the revived Roman Empire. What?
Where each lay
Well, we all lay. Go ahead.
shall be in grass with reeds and rushes.
That's the elect raising up. Standing in great Moses, changing Isaiah 44. Oh, Deuteronomy 32 and 2, the Lord say, my doctrine shall rain down. It shall distill among the tender earth. That's the grass with reeds and rushes, man. Go ahead.
And an highway shall be there.
The highway is the road back to the kingdom of heaven, man. What Lil Wayne say? I'm riding up highway to heaven boulevard. That's where we at right now. Lord willing. Go ahead.
And a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness.
Right.
The unclean shall not pass over it.
So the so-called white man can't come over here, man. The 2/3 niggas can't come over here, man. Go ahead.
But it shall be for those,
Who?
the wayfaring men,
Right.
those fools,
Now, fool,
thou fools, Salakia, shall not err therein.
you can't come over here, man. So to be here is a blessing, man. But that was one. Go back to the other one.
So Isaiah 9,
Yeah.
Isaiah 9 and
So we're making a point how the parched ground became a pool. Right? The valley of dry bones. The Lord said he put his spirit in them. Right? So that means you wet. You soaking wet now. Then I said the truth. Right? King David said, my cup runneth over. It's the truth, man. So now we ain't dry. But those that is dry, your ass gonna burn perfect. Read this again.
if I may say, can I add this?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, the Lord is surgical with this shit. Because the Lord's going to hit America on fire from every angle. From the skies, all them pipes on the ground, they going to be bursting into flames.
Beautiful. What
But
happened with Noah? He said the water came from beneath and above. You got them stuff.
You know what's cold? Because being that, like we mentioned earlier, these people, they're basically chemically induced.
Yep.
So they're going to be burning up from the inside. What's that term?
Spontaneous.
Yeah. And the Lord's cold with this shit. The Lord is surgical with this shit, man.
They feel to kill me too.
And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind,
Right. And then we gonna be from the midst of struggle.
and a covert from the tempest,
Right.
as rivers of water
Shalom,
in a dry place,
Beautiful.
under the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
America is being weary, man. Nobody has no sure foundation here. Nobody, man. But they looking for love in all the wrong places, man.
Sirach for Ecclesiastes 24 and verse 30. It says, I also came out as a brook from a river and as a conduit into a garden.
And who is it that came out as a brook? Wisdom, man. The Holy Spirit.
And as a conduit into a garden, I said I will water my best garden,
Which is Israel. All 12 tribes. Go ahead.
and will water abundantly my garden bed.
Which is the elect. The Lord is watering abundantly his elect right now, man. The whole elect. Go ahead.
And lo, my brook became a river,
Right.
and my river became a sea.
That's the kingdom of heaven. We're coming back. 2/3 coming back. We all gonna be in the kingdom, man.
It says, I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning,
Right.
and will send forth the light afar off. I I will yet pour out doctrine
Right.
as prophecy,
That's Deuteronomy 32, verse 1 and 2. Man.
and leave it to all ages forever.
Right. Hey, from the young, or you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, until you to the point where you was about to be a whole bottle. The Lord like, nope. How old he is? 50. Bring him over here. How old he is? 35. Bring him over here. Jake 11. Bring him over here. Okay.
Back in Isaiah 19, I'm sorry, Isaiah 9 and 17. Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men,
Right.
neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows.
2/3, man. Lost cause, man.
For everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly.
Right.
For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
Lord angry, but it's his hand is stretched out still, man. Okay.
For wickedness burneth as the fire.
Yep.
It shall devour the briars and thorns, and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest.
That's a miracle. 2/3 of the thickets is thorns and briars, man. It says it's going to kindle in the thickets of the forest. Hey, well, all you Jake scattered at, the hood, the favelas, the barrios, that's the thickets of the forest, man. Where you briars and thorns at, man. You knucklehead nigga. Go ahead.
And they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke.
Right.
Through the
Hey,
rock,
that's a bonfire, Lord, for hell with Esau. Read that out again.
for wickedness burneth as the fire.
Right.
It shall devour the briars and thorns, and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest. And they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke.
They're going to mount up like lifting up a smoke. Who? Who, Lord? Go ahead.
Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts
Through the wrath of the Lord, go ahead.
is the land darkened,
Go ahead.
and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire.
People going to be the fuel of the fire, man. Hey, that was the with Esau and the kids. Hey, grab another. Grab the nigga by the legs. The fire getting low. Throw another one on there. Hey, grab that baby. Get that little fucker. Throw him on there.
They're gonna be
Yeah. 3-point that nigga right on the top of the mouth. Yeah.
they're gonna be aliens.
Yeah, grab that brunette. Grab that blonde head. Grab her ass too.
Blonde hair burns better.
Hey, since the so-called white man wanna change what a real brunette is, since the so-called white man wanna change what a real brunette is, grab that bitch. Go on the fight. Because a real brunette is a so-called Negro woman.
No man shall spare his brother.
That's it. No man gonna spare his brother. Read the next line.
And he
So
shall
that's Jacob's trouble, right? Neighbor against neighbor, which is in Zechariah 14 and 13. Go ahead.
and he shall stretch out on the right hand
Right.
and be hungry.
He shall snatch on the right hand.
And he shall snatch on the right hand
Right?
and be hungry. And he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied.
See? They gonna be running around looking for something to eat, biting on his own damn self, man. Picture that shit. They gonna be beating on it till he find something. They gonna see. I need something to eat on. And you know, niggas love meat.
Zechariah.
That's the definition of a son.
Right, right.
Zechariah or Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 13.
Yup, the precept, the back of Isaiah 9, you got it.
And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them.
They gonna be everywhere in America. Go ahead.
And they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor,
There it is.
and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor.
See that? Let's go to the second Ezra, man. Sedition. Hey, so while you around here, hey, you better start getting you some groceries at nighttime. While you want to pull up in the daytime, pull out, grab them bags. Motherfucker like, yeah, got binoculars on your ass.
Jeremiah 17:5. Thus says the Lord, cursed be the man that trusts his man,
Right.
and maketh his flesh his heart,
Making flesh.
and whose heart departed from the Lord.
So that's talking about all people that trust in the so-called white man. So they still got hope in Esau Edom, the so-called white man. But he's going down, man. Oh, but that's not just did. This nigga won 167 million. And you and your demon way down there for Nellis County that caught a goddamn case, man. Now you got, and it said he had 315 in commissary money. Ain't that a bitch? That's what he had. I guess that's what he had on him. He had 300 in commissary money. Now your ass got a bum with 10 grand. I don't know if you put it out, but you and your you don't want 167 million.
Oh, God.
And if you think about yoking up police and shit, catching the resisting arrest with violence.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to do?
Yeah. Esau losing, man. Nigga just won the lottery, nigga. You losing. The nigga a $2 scratch-off ticket.
You know how many niggas sprayed at JC to win the lottery, man?
Man,
This nigga right now spraying at JC for running them.
I just need a bread. I don't even want
Going up a black.
Chance my life.
Take my dick.
I just need some gas money,
Hey,
man.
but it show you, a lot of those people that win the lottery, they end up getting killed because you gotta put your face on the roof.
Yeah,
And a lot of people end up going after those
You can
people.
tell they had you want to be a nun. No go.
They showed you that in download. The lottery chicken. Yeah. Everyone was out there jazz.
Yeah.
Changed my life. Esau says that Brandon Moore, but I want to make this point too, like you were speaking about going into that people eating their own flesh and still seeking after food, man. Famine and food is a excellent tool of war, man, that Esau's going to use. He's going to hoard up all the resources and create an engineer of famine. Like what's going on now.
Well, I'm saying you ain't gonna own nothing, you gonna love it.
Right. And the scriptures tell you that famine is one of the worst ways to die, man. It's better to be killed by the sword than to be killed by the sword. But that's what's going to drive a lot of people to conform to Esau's seed.
Hey, when that adrenaline kick in, it ain't gonna be no weed, no pills, no liquor. Hey, that's gonna be a full-fledged demon, man. Yeah.
Withdrawal
Yeah, the
symptoms?
withdrawal symptoms.
Once you're hungry,
Hey, so that demon gonna have your ass running around, eating on yourself, looking for a motherfucker, man.
Hey, it's some business out here right now.
Yeah, right now.
Y'all seen that news article? It happened 2 days ago. That 75-year-old man was killed. The nigga live being killed. Like he just hopped out his car. He was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill him. He just hopped out the car and just walked up to the man, started talking to him, and then just blasted him. Like he was live streaming the whole time. He was riding around in his car.
There might be a challenge on TikTok. Fucking, it might be a TikTok
It was an old man.
challenge.
He was like in the 70s, like in the 70s, 80s.
Okay, yeah.
He's like in the 70s or 80s or something like that.
I think he's 75.
Yeah, I think
He was live and he just.
No, I think
They gonna be out here in real time soon. They gonna see how the Lord doing, nigga. All that shit talking, full walking good. Go ahead, I ain't gonna even get into it. Go ahead, you still yours?
Yes, sir.
You got it.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4 verse 18.
Well, I tell you.
They shall see him and despise him, but Yahweh shall laugh them to scorn, and they shall hereafter be a vile carcass and a reproach among the dead forevermore. For he shall rend them and cast them down headlong,
Right.
that they shall be speechless, and he shall shake them from the foundation.
Read that again, bro. Sorry, read that,
Yes,
read that,
sir.
read that back.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4
Hey,
verse
girl.
18. They shall see him and despise him, because Yahweh shall laugh them to scorn,
Yep.
and they shall hereafter be a vile carcass and a reproach among the dead forevermore. For he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, and they shall be speechless. And he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste,
Right.
and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish.
And that's the so-called white man. His memorial is perishing, and 2/3 is going with him, man. Because they gonna hold the so-called white man's hand until he's destroyed, man. You got it?
And when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquities shall convince them to their face.
Right, they said their own iniquity. 2/3 of Jake, so-called white man, and get me Isaiah 3:25 and 26, and you get Isaiah 47 and 1. Because the so-called white woman, the so-called Negro woman,
Isaiah.
you know, Native American, West Indian, Asian women, whom we love dearly.
Do it.
We love our women.
They love you.
They're going to sit on the ground with him.
Isaiah.
Read Isaiah 47:1 first.
Isaiah,
I. Yes.
Hey, brother, hey. We teach
Aye.
you, bro. Go
Hey.
find something to do, bro. You coming up in there being disrespectful, bro. Go find something to do, man.
I'm trying to do
No,
something.
you can't do nothing over here, man.
I'm trying to
But
listen what y'all talking about.
No, you can't do nothing but listen. Or go have a good night, bro.
I'm listening.
You got women out here. Go find you a woman to play with.
I got plenty.
You can do anything. Why you want to be here?
Because you my brother.
See, I wasn't going to say nothing. I ain't your brother. Chill. This is the same one that came up a while ago.
Who is you?
talking cash shit. Standing strong.
So who you is?
Now he crutching now.
Who you is?
Read this, bro.
Isaiah.
Tell me who you is.
47:1. Come
Lord,
down.
man of the Lord. That's
Come down.
prophet
and
of the
sit.
Heavenly Father Yahweh. Do his only God son Yahweh shot. Read this, bro.
Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Let's talk about America. Who controls America? The so-called white man. The elites. Go ahead.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne.
Right.
O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right. Go ahead.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Now in Psalm 73:20, the Lord said that he's despising the so-called white
God say have not because you ask not.
The Lord said it's okay, bro.
Yes,
The Lord
it is.
brought him up here to be a demon. It's okay.
I'm that
The
nigga.
Lord brought him here to be a demon. The Lord brought him here the first time. He was standing up, real good.
Yeah.
Strong as hell. The
I'm
Lord
real
brought him the last
strong.
time. He was standing here strong as hell. Now his ass crutching.
I'm your brother.
Now he need a little
I'm your
walking
brother
scooter
from
now.
Texas.
How about hey, watch the Lord work on a nigga, man. All you gotta do is wait, rebuke a nigga, and watch the Lord work on him. He came up months
I'm
ago
listening.
talking cash shit.
I'm listening.
Now you need a stroller now.
No.
Read this again. Huh?
I'm strong.
Isaiah 47:1.
Watch the Lord work on it. The Lord ain't done with his ass. But he refused to receive correction, man.
Isaiah, Yeshaya
God said,
47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right?
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
So now read this in Isaiah 3:25 and 26. Because with the so-called Lord, the so-called white man now, it's going to affect our women because they holding his hand because America has given our women all these benefits, right? Psalm 73:20, the Lord say he despising that image, right? Look, see what I'm saying? Oh, cold, man. Yeah, how about Shema Shai? It's cold, man. Don't play with the Lord, man. Don't play with the Lord, man.
God say,
Bring it
be
up.
my brother.
Psalm 73:20. As a dream when one waketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image.
So the Lord is despising America's image. They're talking about the so-called white man. And this nigga gave
I
our
wanna
women
check it out.
all these benefits, right? So when this nigga go down, your benefits gonna go down too. Hey, and this system, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitian women get, this SNAP, HUD, Habitat Housing, Section 8 HUD. The white women that's on Section 8, they get them vouchers to own their houses. The elder in Hawaii went into this last year. The white women that's on Section 8 in the hood, they get vouchers to own their houses. But the black women that's on Section 8 in the hood, they don't get them vouchers to own their houses because they don't know about it. Esau's job is to keep you dumbfounded. Why do they give the white women vouchers to own their house and not just rent an apartment out? Why? Because the system ain't for you. So-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitian women. So read this.
Isaiah 3:25.
Now when you read Isaiah 3 starting at 16, the Lord is talking about how he's going to take away from our women everything that they living good off right now. The jewelry, the clothes, the makeup, the lavish lifestyle, just sum it all up. Oh, keeping up with the Joneses is called. Because in Galatians 4:4, the Lord said you adulterers and adulteresses. No, you're not the friendship of the world is enmity with the Lord. And anybody that loves the world, the Lord hates your ass, man. So read this.
Isaiah 3:25. Thy men shall fall by the sword,
Right?
and thy mighty in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn.
Right?
And she being desolate
And she being desolate, what?
shall sit upon the ground.
Did it say in Isaiah 47, so the white man gonna sit on the ground?
And God said you have not because you ask not.
So now the woman gonna sit on the ground too. Why?
I got to go.
Because they have trimmed their ways. In Jeremiah 2:33, they have trimmed their way to seek love. See this nigga? And the camera on this nigga, man. Can't make this shit up. Y'all back up. Let me get him on camera. See, we talked to this slow better old nigga last year. The nigga came up strong, on his own 2 feet, talking cash shit. Now look at him. Now he's right here struggling. Because you can't play with Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, man. He told his dumb ass, man. Now his ass want to sit right here and fake crying shit. I wouldn't want to hear that shit. And he's still talking shit. Watch it. The nigga needs some help now. And you still talking shit? The Lord ain't done with that nigga, man.
Might go over the hell.
You got it.
That was it.
Whatever y'all got. Yeah, but the Lord ain't playing, man. Man, give me Isaiah 30 and 1. You niggas think the Lord playing, man. You niggas still talking shit.
And the cold thing is too, the Lord will let your ass slow burn.
Slow pace.
Slow pain to death.
That would.
And I was gonna say, because that's what's cold about it, you know. These people, they can do the men of the Lord wrong. And Jake, we want to see that justice. We want the nigga that the Lord to take his ass out overnight. But no, like bro said, hey, the Lord, one minute you see a nigga, right? They give the appearance that they in a good case, they floating off in the sunset, and the next minute you see they on crutches and something's wrong with them, their house got burnt down, and some shit, eventually, it's just a matter of time before the Lord gets these people.
Bro, it was a hot dog stand across the street. It was a hot dog stand across the street. This nigga came past last Saturday. That nigga got so black. That nigga is black. And the scripture say, famine have made my skin black, Joel said. Bro, the nigga, we said, bro, you go eat pork. That nigga went right across to the hot dog stand. He got a pork sergeant. He said, I'm gonna eat me a pork sergeant right now.
After he sat here, the nigga sat here for 2 hours. We was going into it for 2 hours. The nigga set up a hot dog stand across the street.
The Lord did.
He said, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you one of these sausages. And the brother told him, man, the Lord is fucking Lord. And as soon as we ain't seen him for years, he popped back up, and the Lord literally has him pining away. Not only is he black, he pining away. He used to be full.
Yeah.
That nigga is like this.
Pushing a bike with all his shit still on it. He was up here last week. He stopped right there for a minute. Last Saturday, man. Hey, rebuke and then watch it. How about Shema Shot work on the nigga, man?
And the cold part is, half of these jets already be through. You're already through. You might as well
Poor man
down.
that's proud.
Poor
The
man
Lord
that's
say,
proud.
hate a poor man that's proud.
You
We
already
told
through,
this nigga.
bro.
We told that nigga, man. That nigga stood here like these. Last year talking cash shit. Look at your ass now.
Jeremiah 21 and 14.
Hey, it's a terrible thing. Fall into the hands of the living power.
Bro, and that's all Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. That's why he's a terrible, dreadful man. Go against that type of power, man. That's not something you expect.
King of Terror.
He walked out, still fucking smocking.
Jeremiah 21 and 14. But I will punish you according to the fruit of your doing,
Right.
say the Lord.
Ooh, 1 Samuel 2 and 3. Talk no more so exceeding proud, let not arrogance come out of your mouth, man. So it's the Lord that's weighing the judgment. You got it.
And I will kindle a fire in the forest thereof, and it shall devour all things round about.
Right.
Proverbs 1 and 22. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Yep, that's that nigga there, man. Gray haired nigga. Hey, and that nigga hair was black too. That nigga shit gray now, man. Nigga, you been stressed out since you left this bitch. Yeah, it sure is.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga, yeah. He do got wisdom. The foolishness of the world. That's what his ass got. One more time.
How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Hey, that's why it's supposed to say that the fear of the Lord is our judgment. Because understanding the Lord's judgment, you understand that the Lord works in justice for time. He's not just going to damn your ass right off. He's going to give you enough rope to hang yourself with.
Hey, I just thought about it. I just halfway. You know, Hollywood, he would have been like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, if you, hey, that was that nigga, bro. I know you'd be like this, looking at that. I just thought about that young guy.
You gotta get it.
Start on, read again, bro.
Proverbs 1:22. Proverbs 1 and 22. Along these simple ones will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, right? Because I have called and ye have refused. Right?
That's why we out here, man. And we calling, man. Okay? And we humbly calling. This ain't no arrogant shit, man. We know what the Lord can do. The Lord been tearing my ass up since I came here, man. Okay?
Hey, and not only that, we've seen people around us decay, man. You know, brothers, the brothers ain't in the cloud. Family members, people that you cared about in the world are decaying
They
around.
vanishing away, as the title say.
And you understand it as a man of the Lord. You understand that that's the judgment of Yahweh Shai, man. And understanding that is humbleness. All those brothers speaking boldness is bold humility, man. Because we through the fear of the Lord, we persuade men. Listen, your ass don't listen. The Lord will put you to death. Or the Lord will let you slow burn. You got one or two choices if you don't listen. Hey, the prophets of old, they weren't arrogant in their message. And they told Jake, straight up.
Bro, did you see this nigga? So the young Jake come up, and he want to tell him his problem, and start crying to him. We standing right here. You confess to that nigga, to a 2/3 nigga. He sat down fake crying to a 2/3 nigga, but we standing right here.
The Lord cold. And Jake want this sense of brotherhood. This is what it's about. A true brother ain't gonna let you just accept just anything from you. A lot of the Lord with this calling essentially is telling brothers, you better than what you think you are, man. Hey, listen, you better than that. You better than that worldly shit that you're doing. Come over here with me, come rest with us, man.
They got a rosary necklace on and shit. Look, did you see how a cross on it?
Yeah.
Man, take your ass up the street, man. Fuck around me. Go ahead.
Verse 24.
Because
Because
that
I
message is gonna start to get bolder, man. I'm telling you, the prophets are gonna get bolder, man. As the days draw nigh and the Lord starts to manifest our boldness, man, it's gonna be made manifest. I promise you, how about you, man?
Ephesians 6 and 19, man. We're gonna speak boldly as we ought to speak, man.
I'm telling you, man, when that time comes, too, Jake will tell you that straight up. Get away from me.
Let him finish it.
Verse 24, because I have called and ye have refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set off at not all my counsel, right? And with none of my reproof.
And pulled away the shoulders. And stopped the ears. As they supposed to do.
And it's only right, like the brother said, through the Spirit of the Lord, brothers want to get bold in the Spirit of the Lord. Because Jacob is getting bold against their wickedness against the Lord. So the Lord says, hey, the hell with me? All right, the hell with you too.
Oh, man, hold me that. Get the Zechariah 7 and 9 to 12.
Verse 26, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock you when your fear cometh, right? When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Right. Then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Right. So read that real quick.
Zechariah 7 and 9. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassion to every man to his brother.
And that's what we're doing out here, man. And it is gonna be austere. It's gonna be rough, man. Go ahead.
Verse 10, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, strangers, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart.
Hey, when you came up, first time we was humble with you. Anytime after that, man, it's gonna be rough because your ass ain't listening. Go ahead.
Oftentimes, a lot of Jakes come up here 3-4 times.
Yeah, man.
3-4 times, and they get waters out of Jake. They get. I even gave that one Jake the Bible. The whole game was as the 16:11.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And who was Esau? He gave him both of those things.
Yeah, man.
And he came back on some proud shit. The Lord judged his ass.
Okay.
Verse 11, but they refused to hearken and pulled away their shoulders and stopped their ears and they could not hear.
Right.
Yea, they made their hearts as adamant stones, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord Yahweh of hosts had sent in his spirit by the former prophets.
Right.
Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
One more, you got to give me Isaiah 66 and 4. So the Lord said in Proverbs, when I call, right, none did answer. The Lord been calling your dumb ass. You answer the phone for anybody else. I bet you answer that bitch for your boss, man. Read this. Right. Overtime? Yes, master.
Let's start it, bro. Start.
Yeshaya 66 and 4, I also will choose their delusions,
Right.
and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer.
You see the Lord, and you send the Lord the goddamn voicemail, dumbass nigga. The Lord calling. Man, I don't. All right. Go ahead.
Turn the phone down.
Yeah. Just flip the phone over. Like Eve would do. Eve would flip that bitch. Why your phone flipped over? Oh, I just laid no bitch, no you didn't. Flip that shit over. Let me see the motherfucker. Let me see that screen, man.
Why is pizza hut called?
It just landed like that. No, it didn't.
Why is
You
Pizza
put
Hut-
that down. You put that bitch
Why-
down.
why is Pizza
Nice
Hut called?
and firm. Yeah. He got her shit flipped up there. What the fuck? Go ahead. You already shown what
12 minutes, call some dominoes.
Yeah. One more time, man.
Because when I called, or Isaiah, Yeshaya 66 and 4 from the top, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes and chose that in which I delighted not.
That's it, man. I just want to point. The Lord say, hey, he called, Jake ain't answer the phone. Hey, so when you try to call me, you gonna get a dial tone. It ain't even gonna ring. And oh shit, the Lord must have cut the lines off. Yeah, he did. The power grid gonna be out, bitch. You ain't gonna be able to call nobody. You better hope you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
know you how about you.
Right. There's a lot of you niggas gonna call you how about you and you ain't gonna get them. You ain't gonna get no answer.
It's just raining.
Straight up.
Spirit, it's not even too late for Jake, you know? Because the Lord fucking you up little by little, that's really mercy.
It is.
Give you time and space to repent. So consider.
Hey, what does it say in 2nd Exodus? Scourge and sin for a minute.
Yep.
The Lord sends scourges, the Lord let your ass go burn so that you consider. But like we read earlier in 1 Timothy, man, a lot of niggas' minds are seared with a hot iron. But like brother said, he could repent. He could be convicted. You know, it could go one or two ways.
Yeah, he still got time. Yours the mercy still open.
Jeremiah 26 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, stand in the court of the Lord's house, and speak unto all the cities of Judah, which come to worship in the Lord's house. All the words that I commanded thee, to speak unto them.
And it started with Judah, right? Because Judah had to come in first, but it applies to all 12 tribes, man. Go ahead.
All the words that I commanded thee to speak unto them, diminish not a word.
Man, it's not a word, man. Yep.
Hey, stop disrespecting the Lord. That's what the prophet. Stop disrespecting the Lord. The Lord's mercy ain't gonna be here forever. There's gonna be a time where it's gonna be too late to repent.
And get that. It said the Lord's mercy is season.
If so be they will hearken and turn every man from his evil ways,
Right.
that I may repent me of the evil which I propose to do unto them, because of the evil of their doing.
It's gonna come a day where the Lord is gonna say the word and perform it in that very same instant. You ain't gonna have time to go home and think about it.
Yeah.
Then you think about maybe if I want to listen. You ain't gonna have time to do none of that shit. It's gonna be whether hey, you gonna listen or you gonna die. One or two choices. Right now, niggas take everything for granted, man. Oh, well, I hear that, man. Just go home and do my research. All right, nigga. take your time doing that research, man. You don't repent, it's gonna be your last, man.
That's Jake, man. We always took shit for granted in our life, man.
You know, Jake, right before Jake about to get jacked up. Oh, I'm just playing. Nah, ain't no
It's a scary time. It's scary to even think about, man. To where the Lord is gonna say the word, and it's gonna be set in stone, man. Hey, one of the prophets gonna have power out here. Hey, bring down fire. Hey, we don't serve. Oh, wait, I can repent. Hold on. How about? No, it's too late.
Right.
This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes 35 verse 20. Mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, as clouds of rain in the time of drought.
Hey, hold on. See that? See the spirit word? Read 14. Hold on. Read this.
This is Lamentation 3 and 41. Let us lift up our hearts with our hands unto God in the heavens. We have transgressed and we have rebelled, and thou hast not pardoned.
I pray like this, not like this. Go ahead.
Thou hast covered with anger and persecuted us. Thou hast slain, thou hast not pitied.
Right.
Thou hast covered thyself with a cloud, that our prayer should not pass through.
There was a time that our prayers and prayers. Go ahead.
Thou hast made us as an offscoring and a refuge in the midst of the people.
Right. Now check this out. Read this.
This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes 35 and 14.
Yep.
You will not despise the supplication of the fatherless.
Right, which is the Israelites. The Lord hid his face from us, so we became fatherless. Go ahead.
Nor the widow when she pours out her complaint.
Which applies to Israel still. We became widows too, because we ain't had no husband or no father. That's the fathers and widows. The Lord is our husband and our father. Go ahead.
Do not the tears run down the widow's cheeks.
Right? That's us. The Lord said this. Somebody give me Luke 18. Go ahead.
And it's not her cry against him that causeth them to fail.
Right?
Oh,
Right?
he that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor.
Go ahead.
And his prayer shall reach unto the clouds.
Listen, and their prayer shall reach to the clouds. Go ahead.
The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds, and till it come nigh he will not be comforted, and will not depart, till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment.
So we used to read this precept, because the Lord ain't hear our prayer. But here we go, now the Lord say, now our prayer, they pierce the cloud for the hopeful elect. Because in Proverbs 28 and 8, it say, give me Proverbs 28 real quick, bro. You got it. Yeah.
Proverbs 28 and 8. He that by usury,
No. Is it 29? No, 28 and 9. Read 9, verse 9.
verse 9, he that turneth away his ear.
Right, listen.
He that turneth away his ear, Proverbs 28 and 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination.
So the Lord ain't hearing nobody that ain't gonna repent. If you don't put out the old man and put on the new, or the old woman and put on the new, the Lord don't give a fuck about you, man. And you can take it how you want to take it. Read that.
There's like 2-inch height on them.
Yo, so we're talking about the widow. It said widow's cheek. Tears run down the widow's cheek until the Lord. Right? Read one more time. These go together.
Right? Or Ecclesiastes
I'm like, why does
35
he not like us? I don't understand.
and verse 15. Do not the tears run down the widow's cheek?
Right.
And it's not her cry against him that calleth to the fall?
Which is the so-called white man. Who calls the fall? It's him, man. The nigga went overboard, man. Go ahead.
He that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with faith.
See, it say he that served the Lord. Otherwise, the Lord don't give a damn about what you're praying about, man. Go ahead.
And his prayer shall reach unto the clouds.
Right.
The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds, and till it come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment.
So this is the widow. So this is what it's talking about in Luke 18. Read that.
Luke 18:1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray,
Right.
and not to faint, saying, there was in a city a judge, which feared not the Most High,
Right.
neither regarded man,
Right.
and there was a widow
There was a widow
in that
what?
city,
In the city. Go ahead.
and she came unto him, saying,
What?
avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me,
Right.
I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me.
So hold. Go back to 16 again and then. These are precepts, man. Go ahead.
Got the years went down the widow's feet, and it's not her pride against them that conquers them through war.
Right.
He that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with faith.
Right. It's Babylon's confusion.
That's the seed of
It's
confusion.
supposed to be the way.
The ancient run by idle by itself. Not the rep of fucking.
Read this again.
He says, he that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds.
Go ahead.
The prayer of the humble pierces the clouds, and until it come nigh, he will not be comforted,
Until it come nigh, he will not be confident. Go ahead.
and will not depart, till the Most High shall behold to judge righteousness,
See, that's what we're crying about. Go ahead.
and execute judgment. For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful,
Right.
and repaid vengeance to the heathen,
Right.
till he have taken away the multitude of the proud, and broken the scepter of the unrighteous.
This is what the widow crying about. So go back to this.
Luke 18:5. Yet because the widow troubleth me, I will avenge her,
This is what it's saying in Sirach 35. Go ahead.
lest by her continual coming she weary me.
Right.
And the Lord said, hear what the unjust does say. And shall not God avenge his own elect,
It said the unjust judge said this. Go ahead.
which cry day and night unto
Right.
him, though he bear long with them?
Right.
I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
Hey, and in Matthew 18, it tell you that our angels, each one of our angels go before the Lord, man. Our angels go before the Lord, man. Raphael said he wanted the 7 angels to take the prayers to the Lord, man. So read what you got right here.
Habitation 101. How good the city sit solitary. That was full of people.
That was full of people. So that means ain't nobody in Israel right now. Ain't nobody in Jerusalem right now. Nobody is there. This nigga said, what you talking about nobody there? It's heathens in there, nigga. We ain't there. Jerusalem is us, the people. Go ahead.
How is she become as a widow? She that was great among the nations,
Right,
and princess among the princes.
right.
How is she become tributary? She weepeth sore in the night,
Right,
and her tears are on her cheeks.
right. That's us, man. Go ahead.
Among all her lovers, she has none to comfort her.
Right. And the Lord said in Jeremiah 30:14, all thy lovers have forgotten thee. We open our legs to every nation. Like, come get some of this box, man. Ezekiel 16 said, we open our legs to every nation. And none of them gave a fuck about us, man. Go ahead.
All her friends have dealt treacherously with her.
Right.
They are become her enemies.
But then Esau say, come, let us use them expediently. Do they ass speedily, man. Go ahead, or we got them in possession. Because they power coming, man. Because those you hold them, oh, you hold them.
This is Psalms 34:17. The righteous cry, and the Lord hears,
Right,
and delivers them from all their trouble.
right,
Yahweh is not unto them that are of a broken heart.
right. 2 things of people ain't fucking broken. They in a broken system, though. But they ass, know what it said, Esther? Them niggas ain't grieving, they in bitter captivity, man. Because they get some perks. Like this nigga that walked by when I talk about the so-called white, but that nigga look back at me like, brother, my chick fat every Friday. I'm a manager, brother. Did y'all see how that nigga looked at me? Hey, he want to take a nigga head, don't be talking about. Go Don't be talking about my master like that.
You want 5 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead.
And saving such as be of a contrite spirit. Many are the affliction of the righteous,
Right.
but Yahweh deliver them out of them all.
2/3 ain't afflicted, man. They just, Esau done known them niggas up on dope. They don't know what affliction is, man. They think they done probably talking about Juneteenth. We made it. To well. The niggas still in the hood. Michael Jordan still hates you niggas. That nigga invested in prisons, man. To keep you niggas silent.
We went from a nation of hustlers to a nation of employees.
Right.
And the fact that Jake even put so much stake in a job in general shows you where we got us.
Right.
Because in the ancient world, man, we had our own business. We weren't employees. If you employed somebody who was one of your own nation, you set them free. That was the land of his own, resources of his own. This ain't it. We not working is not in our culture. Working 9 to 5 every single day for 20, 30 years, that's not a part of our culture.
Bro, and see this motherfucker, bro. I'm sorry. Now, if I ask that bitch to let me suck her titty, I'm ready to call the police on people. Her titty's already fucking out. Bitch, just let me suck the nipple, bitch. She'll be cussing the nigga out. You broke ass nigga.
It's like that comedian Patrice O'Neal said. He said, when you go to the hospital, you go look for people that's in a nursing uniform. They ask them the question.
Right.
You're not a nurse, why you dressed like one?
Yeah. You got it up.
What kind of college is dressed like?
Verse 20. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate.
Hey, like your Howard shot, man. None of his bones broken, man. Lord willing, we'll through to the end and get translated the same way, man. Lord willing. But tell you Philippians 3 and 1 John 3, you're going to get a body like your Howard shot. Well, whoever elect you.
Yahweh redeemeth the soul of his servants.
Right.
And none of them that trust in him shall be desolate.
Right. Oh, okay, about Isaiah 10. We will no more stay upon him that smote us, man. We trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, man. We don't give a fuck what Esau think. We don't give a fuck about this nigga, man. We done found out Psalm 119:69. You read, the proud have forged a lie against us, man. This nigga whole life, his whole living was to forge lies against us, man. That nigga forged lies just good as he is good at forging swords, man. I like watching the show Forged in the Fire. Esau great at that shit, man. But he forged lies even better. Everything about this nigga, man. They are forging for lies. They are positioned to no value. You know something? Are we up together? Yeah.
Isaiah 30:1.
Yeah.
Woe to the rebellious children, says the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
Hey, going back to this dude, man. Because this Jake, and it's the Lord that did it. The Lord brought this little tall, no good ass nigga up like he should be playing basketball or something. Out here thugging with shit right around his feet. What the fuck was that? Some t-shirt?
I was trying to look at that shit.
I thought this nigga had on boots. With the fur on them.
I thought it was
This nigga had on, bro.
Jake, we trying to do it.
This nigga sit right here crying. Jake come up and he crying to him like he a motherfucking prophet. Like he can heal his ass. We standing right here. That's it. Go ahead.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
You see how Jake looked around like
Yeah.
and walked out from his ass.
Yeah.
Dumbass nigga.
He got his hug.
Yeah.
Right. I guess he went to him for his repentance.
And that cover with the covering, but
Right.
not of my spirit.
Now the Lord's spirit, man. We Western people, man. They got the spirit of the so-called white man on them. Go ahead.
That they may add sin to sin. Now walk to go down into Egypt.
See that code? They say that they may add sin to sin. It says in Psalm 64 that Esau took out a nickel. right? Which is sin on top of sin. So he searched out the iniquities, and Jake performing this shit. Because Jeremiah 5:26, our people have surpassed the deeds of the wicked, man.
They put salt in it.
Like bro was just talking about earlier, back in the 80s and the 90s, the first faggot was the so-called white man. Jake done put some salt in that shit. Them niggas, what they call the word flamboyant? Esau was playing with his faggotness. Jake had tutti frutti pooped up ass niggas. But that's the salt that we are. That's that natural flavor Jake got. Them niggas done surpassed Esau ass and everything, man. Esau ass was good at growing marijuana and shit. Jake done took that shit over. Go to the goddamn true leaf. And Jake in that motherfucker. Go ahead.
Thou walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
Right.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Just like in the show called Jeremiah, it's on Tubi. And he was trying to tell him, listen, man, the Lord finna come tear y'all ass up. They're like, man, we finna go get the help from Egypt. He's like, man, listen. And then the Lord had this man, Nebuchadnezzar, pluck that nigga eyes out, man. Right in front of his sons, man. And Jeremiah was like, listen, man, humble down to Nebuchadnezzar before he get here, man. They was like, no, Egypt said they gonna help us fight this nigga. That nigga went and took Egypt before he got there. Ain't no help coming from Egypt, you dumbass motherfucker.
They gonna pace it back and forth. Where they at?
Yeah. Wasn't no phone back then, so you had to send some nigga on a horse. What the nigga on the horse at? We see the Babylonians coming. Shit. It's too late at that point, man. Jake always trying to seek help from somewhere else, man, instead of listening to the prophets.
And we tell you in 2 Chronicles 36 that they mocked and stuff until there wasn't a remedy.
Right.
Until the Lord arose against them, there wasn't a remedy. And a lot of Jakes are going to find themselves in a position to where there is no remedy to their wickedness. You know, a lot of people put off the day of the Lord because Christianity has it in their minds that you could choose to serve the Lord whenever you want to.
And then when something do happen, you don't get raptured out there anyway.
Yeah, it's not, you're not going to go through nothing, really. Right? You know, the Lord ain't going to let you go through.
No, not really. You ain't gonna go through shit.
So people have it in their mind that they can really just rush on the Lord.
Yeah, man.
And a lot of people are going to be forced into a brutal reality that the Lord is not doing.
Beautiful. That's the title for a lesson. Forced into what? That's the title for a lesson. Hey, this is Amos chapter 6, verse 3. It reads, ye that put far away the evil day and cause to see the violence to come near. Right? That's what Jake doing. Hey, the further you push away Yahweh Shema B'Shai, violence comes closer, man. It's the opposite, man. Okay. Christianity is telling people ain't nothing gonna never happen. The nigga said, oh, the tribulation, the niggas, the Christians say the 70 weeks in Daniel, that's gonna happen. No, nigga, that shit already done happened. But if anything happened to you, you're gonna get saved. When we see people dying every day, and Jesus Christ ain't saved, no damn body.
Esau, he's so cold. He telling you the science now, hey, this is it. Ain't no God. Ain't nobody coming for you.
Right.
This is your situation, brother.
Hey, this nigga Billy Graham was the headmaster mason, but he was goddamn Christian. The Lord took that nigga. Ain't nobody, Jesus Christ didn't come save that nigga, man. But he was, everybody, Billy Graham. Yeah, he got raptured, all right.
I've been doing lessons on Billy Graham. They got to do the AI. Speaking of AI.
Really?
Yeah.
That's that Project Blue Beam
But
shit.
it's like his tongue's falling upon himself though. I'm gonna do a lesson on parts tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
do a
get
lesson on
to
it. Oh, yeah.
Billy Graham, it's like the
AI is, they using AI gonna generate that Blue Beam project, man. Them devils is crafty devils.
Always thinking.
Right.
Knowledge is going on.
Right.
Sirach chapter 5, verse 4. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering, he will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear, to add sin unto sin.
So doctor, that daughter, she's still walking out here. She's through. Third time.
Yeah, a bit more than that.
She's through now.
That's more than that.
You got it.
Who's counting?
You're right.
Hey, call all you have about your mom's side. A dumb ass cross the street. The agent told her ass, bitch, don't even walk by them no more. Your ass a bit more, bitch. You got it, bro.
Verse 6. And say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners.
They tell you in the first time in 2 and 3, hey, by the action of the Lord, hey, judgment is weighed by the Lord, man. You got it.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Right.
And put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
They said, I read Amos 6, they put away the evil day so the seed of violence can come nearer, man. Niggas won't be violent.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
Hey, one of the greatest examples of being in your security, the Lord say, come here, nigga. It's Kobe Bryant, man. That nigga was floating around in the $1 million chopper. Come here, nigga. You and your daughter. Come on back up here with me. Hey, you just knew that nigga was relaxed. Yeah. That was one of the greatest examples to me of the Lord canning a nigga ass. And it was a grievous, horrible death, man. Who the fuck wanna be falling?
What you doing?
Hey, yo, you know your daughter was all on you like, daddy. Yeah. No. Oh. That, hey, Michael Jackson and Prince, I don't know how them niggas died, but they wanted no helicopter. Charlie Murphy, John Witherspoon, Ricky Harris, Cicely Tyson, them niggas, that nigga Bill Russell, Walter Payton, the niggas ain't died no chopper, man. The nigga called the Black Mamba. Come here, nigga. Where his daughter, man?
Ain't retired.
Previous, balling out, chilling, enjoying. Like you be getting up every morning at 4 o'clock, shoot 1,000 goddamn jumpers, and you only live 4 or 5 years of retirement. Come here, nigga. Yeah, right. His family fell, completely apart. Wife and his mama fighting over his money. She done sold. Oh man, she been off the chain since the nigga died, man.
It's like about time.
Right. Hey, that bitch. Hey, Janet Jackson, boy. Boy, the Lord got a bone to pick with you women, dog. Hey, but you know I always say, it's our fault. I wouldn't went off because men fucked up. It's our fault these women hoes out here, man. It's our fault. You got it.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
I remember that nigga was living 400. That nigga was sitting in his car. The nigga just was right up on his ass. You was in your yard chilling. Ain't no other place to be comfortable in your own yard chilling. In your wheel, just listening to music, smoking a jiggy, and niggas just come up and chop you down. What other place to be comfortable in your own home? Hey, that nigga Young Miles, God made me bulletproof. All right, nigga, go get you a pizza. Hey, he getting a pizza. Go get it. Yeah, all the niggas, man. Bro, the Lord ain't playing. And it tell you in Jeremiah 5, first the Lord stricken the nigga. First he's stricken you. And stricken mean to be wounded. So Lord wounded Jay, let him live. And then the nigga still cut up worse, man. Like, you know what? Just consume it, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the Son of righteousness rose not upon us.
And that's the thing, man. We standing here right now because the light of righteousness, through Yahweh, we healed, man. None of us can deny that, man. You got it, bro.
We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where they laid no way.
Great niggas in the world, man. Trying to find out, trying to figure it out. Oh, like, no, come here. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Go ahead.
But as for the way of the Lord,
That's why you can't neglect the gift, because as we going through this, right, you understand that a lot of niggas are being led to their destruction and they're going to die grievous death. And it seems to the world like they ain't do nothing. It was grace of Yahweh by Shemel was trying. Now we, amongst millions of people, receive the Spirit to understand the will of the Lord. Right? A lot of people, we amongst millions of people on the earth, and the Lord saw fit to call us. And Lord, we don't even listen.
Hey, that's all you say. That big bro say, you got a better chance of winning the lottery than to get this Holy Spirit, man. Which is our family heirloom, man. This is a family heirloom, and 2/3 of our people don't know what the fuck. Alienated. This supposed to be the Commonwealth.
I just heard of that. On the street. Talking about, yeah, he preaching Christ. I just heard of that.
That's a nigga with the country.
No.
Niggas do. You got it.
That's why a lot of Jakes, man, they meet that same fate that Kobe met, that same fate that like him, Miles, he and you up, all the people, they don't meet the same fate.
All of a sudden.
More Bruce, man, is that it?
Hey, to that nigga Kobe, the Lord was like a thief in the night to that man. At that very moment. And that nigga came and met the side, that nigga was, but that's all that if I care about them or die. Yeah, I do, but now it's too late. Hey, nigga, cry in the spirit realm, nigga.
Before this year, before all the planes started falling out of the sky, they said it was safer to fly than it was to fly.
I never believed that shit done in my life. I never believed that shit. The Lord don't want us to fly no goddamn way. I'm walking. I'm gonna drive, get the ball. You can just fly to Mississippi. I'm gonna drive, man. I'm gonna drive. I ain't flying no fucking well. Fuck that. Yeah, you got it.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 7. We were.
Hey, I think that's typical of the Lord, man. I think this speed, man.
We'll fly to charity.
Now, I'm to the Lord, I'm gonna be on the ground, man.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 7. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way, but as
Miracle, man. God that drop on. And it wasn't a way.
yeah.
There was no way. Hey, it's a lucky, bro.
Oh, you got it.
Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther Queen, Black Wall Street. Nigga had money, guns, all type of shit. And nothing worked, man. Read that line again.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 7. I'll start at 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the Son of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way, but as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
Hey, in Jeremiah 51, Jeremiah 50 said we done went from mountains to hills, man. We found no resting place. And then the Lord, like, he talking to me. And like bro say, hey, wisdom, like, wisdom can be like, hey, give me a check this out. You out of here. Or she can be like, hey, walk with me. Let me show you something. And take you through the ups and downs. Bro, Lord, man. With Isaiah 92, it reads, they that walk in darkness have seen a great light. In the valley of the shadow of death, man. Hey, so being here is a blessing, man. And this ain't about no fucking luck, man. This ain't luck, man. This is a blessing. Luck is shooting dice and hitting. Luck on casino playing blackjack and your ass hit. 21, whatever. That's luck, man. This is a blessing, man. It's a blessing to the
though you are in the truth, you still have transgressions that you did. You never know when your last straw is. You never know when your last straw is equal to the truth. Right. So you gotta keep yourself from straight and narrow.
And that's what the discipline do, man. Hey, discipline make you serve me how much you know outside. The more the Lord the more the Lord take you through things, it make you want to continue to do this, man.
No, and I was, going to the brother's point about how he's saying this is a blessing. It's a blessing that the Lord is carrying us through, causing us to it. Because many men have received the faith. And many men have wisdom taken. Say, come on, you out of here. They didn't get the chance to be like, wisdom for the Lord to place wisdom in you right here. It was, come here, get done. So it's a blessing that the Lord has us doing, man, every day. The Lord has us retaining it. That's truly is a blessing every single day. Because many men didn't receive that same blessing.
You want to grab more now?
Yeah, you were done reading that up there?
That was pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. No, let me get the other one.
Jeremiah 7:16. Therefore pray now for this people, neither lift up a cry or pray for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood and fire, and the fathers kindle the fire, and women eat their dough and make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings to other gods.
Hey, is Jake still on that Mother Mary one?
Yeah, they preferred Jesus Christ over the Lord. So let them die for Jesus Christ. While Lord willing, we gonna live for your house now.
That they may provoke me to anger. Do they provoke me to anger, saith Yahweh? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my anger and my fury shall pour out upon this place, upon man and upon beast and upon the tree of the field and upon the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn, and they shall not be quenched.
No prospering, man. They still serve idols, man. Because in the ancient time, the Lord is Deuteronomy 29:16. Matter of fact, you get that from me out. Deuteronomy 29:16. Because Jake saw heathens worshiping their idol in the ocean. And the Lord was with the whole time, like they couldn't see the Lord. Jake, and the Lord said in Matthew 16, it's wicked enough to get a right to see about the sign. They need to see the Lord. Anybody believe the Lord if they saw him. Anybody believe. Then it be the wrong motherfuckers here. Right. Right. But that was for the damn food. Because niggas love free food.
So the thing about it is, because the thing about the Lord, like what you're saying, don't play with the Lord. Jake want to play too much. Because at one point, like you said, your house was here. And Jake still didn't believe.
Right.
You know? Right. You think the Lord's going to let you disrespect him again?
Hey, they said he said some say he was a deceiver, man. You read John 7:11.
Deuteronomy 29:16.
Yeah.
For we know how we have dealt in the land of Egypt, and how we came through the nations which ye passed by.
And what?
And ye have seen their abominations and their idols.
We saw their idols. The Lord walked us around these heathens and he showed us what they were doing, man. What niggas like? Man, I don't want to do that shit, bro. That shit was fun as hell. God's like, okay, you do want them to scatter your ass amongst all these heathens, and you can go worship their idols. Go ahead.
Wood and stone, silver and gold, which were among them. Lest there should be among you men, lest there should be among you man or woman, or family or tribe, whose heart turneth away the day from the Lord our power, to go and serve the gods of these nations. Lest there should be among you a root that beareth Gall and wormwood.
And that's what the Lord said in Deuteronomy 13 and 1 through 8. You got a family member, mother, brother, sister, father, that said, hey man, let's go worship this. Hey, Moses, man, let me tell you what this nigga tried to get me to do.
Him right there.
It said you should not conceal him. Yeah. What they call a day, you go to snitch on your brother, man. The Lord said you better, hey, you better snitch. Because if not, I'm killing both of y'all.
Ecclesiastes 31 and 10. Who has been tried thereby and found perfect, then let him glory. Who might offend and has not offended, or done evil and has not done evil? Good shall be established, and the congregation shall declare his harm. As our brother Barry was talking about, even if it's true, okay, we are being tried. Okay? So basically that's it. Alright? Okay, so we have to become perfect. Yeah. So we have to do our due diligence. We have to be diligent in this thing. That's basically what the brother just said.
And the Lord said, now God breathed. He said he's going to purify the sons of Levi. You got to be, hey, before we can get back to your house, man, no blemish. Can't have no blemish. Otherwise, we can't see the Father, man. That's why Yahweh tried to mediate him. That's why he did what he did, so we can get back to the Lord. But it's only through Yahweh Shah, man. You can't get back to the Lord, man. Niggas talking about, you got these Old Testament Israelite niggas, man. Y'all Israelite niggas, you niggas is stupid. Hey, the Lord gonna show you dumb ass niggas. Y'all ass is stupid. You can't get back to Yahweh without Yahweh Shah, man. Anyway, we can go. That shit gets loud and loud. It's not fault. That's what I'm about. Oh, yeah. That's why they go to keep down here.
Verse 50. For many great mysteries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory such as is like thee. For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten in the grave. Sorrows are past, and the end shows the treasure of immortality. And verse 62. These things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee and a few like thee.
As we watch the so-called white man's kingdom vanish away, the last great white hope, the last Edomville, hey, they gonna be out of order while we were being set in order. Right. Literal thing.
A whole lot of, and before the bang, it's going to be a whole lot of torment.
Right, yeah.
That's why you don't understand. You need to fear the Lord, man. Because the Lord, He's going to do it to you. You see what happened to, was it in Moses?
Yep.
He got that disease.
Yep.
And he was grumbling. Hey, had that nigga was sick. Right.
Yeah, Apostle Howard went into one lesson. He went into it, and I forget what it is, but he mentioned the name of the disease that Antiochus had, man. It was a name for the disease that he had. Yeah, Apostle Howard mentioned it. It was a couple months ago, the lesson he did. Yeah, man. It was less falling off you, man. stink from your body, man?
Psalm
You gotta get close to hear that shit. That shit too loud.
Psalm 62 and 3. Salakia. And 5. My soul wait thou only upon God. For my expectation, Salakia. My soul wait thou only upon God. For my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be removed.
Hey, that's the Psalms 46 and 10. Be still and know that I am power. And either you believe or you don't, man. The Lord stripped us and left us with nothing but hope. Then our hope, hey, through being exercised, became belief, man. Now we know.
Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast, which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Hey, so real quick.
I won't.
It's necrorizing fasciitis.
And it's some more, man.
Talk about it. Who you talk to?
Go ahead. Talking to my brother, man.
It says a flesh-eating
I'm your
disease.
brother.
You ain't my brother, brother.
Man, shut the fuck up.
It's a flesh-eating disease, necrotizing fasciitis.
I'm
It's a
here.
flesh-eating disease.
I'm here.
See that nigga there?
I'm here.
That's a nigga.
The fuck you talking about, motherfucker?
Oh, no, you're here.
What you doing?
So,
You goddamn
Lord
nigga.
willing, this is edifying. With that,
In
we
your
give all
area.
praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
double honor,
Yahweh.
double respects to the apostles, bishops,
God bless.
elders of the great millstone.
And I bless you.
Blessings and salutations to you, whole
God said I
With
got
that,
you.
Shalom.
He
Walk
said,
above the ball.
Hey, while we're tuning in, may Yahweh by Hashem
Don't
Yahweh
fuck with
continue
me.
blessing your houses.
I'm
May the
that
blessing of
nigga.
election be upon your houses.
In your
For
house.
your precept. The next time we say Shalom.
I'm
Hey,
that
let's close
nigga.
out with this curse, man.
In your goddamn house.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim.
Bahashim.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shalak.
Shalak.
Rayum.
Rayum.
Wah. Anashim. Wah. Obadia. Wah. Aragi. Wah. Mashapaya. Oh. Call. Adewani. Wah. The warrior. Wah. Yanuwa. Bakushab. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shai. The water. Aman. Hey, Shalom.
Y'all for the shit.
Hey, death to 2:30.